Well, if you're ever going to travel to an event in Texas, this is it. I think this will be one of the biggest series that Texas has ever had. Poker in the Dallas area is very big, and we think that this series is going to be one of the largest ones that have ever been there. Over 2 weeks of nonstop action. I think we're starting with a $1 million guarantee. We have a $1.5 million guarantee to wrap it up, and I think that market is just clamoring for an event like this.
So we've been running poker events at my company now since I started the company, and now we've officially launched the PokerAtlas Tour. And really, the vision for the tour is to really provide a poker experience and a poker product that I myself love and I know others will love too. And so what I'm really the most excited about is just seeing how big the fields are. I really think we're going to break a lot of the records in Texas, likely the biggest ever prize pool, possibly the biggest number of entries in any event. It'll certainly be the biggest tournament series that Dallas has ever seen. And frankly, I think we may exceed some of the biggest numbers that Texas has ever seen.
We have two great facilities in Las Colinas and in Dallas, two very different experiences that I think people will enjoy. You'll be able to play tournaments at both. And if you're playing at a tournament, bust out early, hey, there's lots of cash games going on, a lot of action.
The first event, or the first stop on our PokerAtlas Tour took place at Texas Card House in Houston at their brand new location on Westheimer, and it was a huge success for us. Everyone, of course, was a little bit nervous going in. It was somewhat untested. Sure, we've run very successful one-off events, but we've never really run a series of events.
We have 409 entries in this event. That's going to be $102,250 in the prize. Will we more than double the guarantee?
All right, so how you feeling?
I'm ecstatic. First six-figure win feels great to finally get one of these done. So
we were very thrilled with the outcome, and now we're just excited to kind of replicate and grow that experience, across more locations.
Ryan H., your PLO seat is available.
Yeah, our partnership with PokerAtlas has been fantastic. I personally think they've been very instrumental in helping poker grow throughout the state. They give social clubs an avenue with which to communicate to the average poker player that's out there in the community, allowing them to sign up, see what games are running, also giving clubs the ability to operate in a very efficient way. So being able to track players where they're at, for whenever they're playing their club access fees, to be able to track that and monitor it through their system. So it's not just the relationship, it's also they've actually given us solutions, the Texas market solutions that have actually helped grow poker.
So at PokerAtlas, we like to consider ourselves the most trusted informant in the poker world, where we want to be an unbiased sort of information provider so poker enthusiasts can make informed decisions on where and when to play. We have players' backs. We want them to be able to find the best games and tournaments in their area. Texas Card House was the original poker room in Texas, and they have really grown to become the biggest in the state. They've got the most locations, they've got a great brand, great reputation, great product. And one thing is for sure, when you step foot into a Texas Card House property, you know you're going to be greeted in a friendly manner. You know you're going to be playing in a nice, safe environment. The games are typically very good. They just have a great poker product, friendly staff, and it's just an experience that you'll enjoy, and you'll feel good playing there.
There's a lot of things that we like to kind of tout, but I think the biggest thing for us is service. Being able to have guests come in and feel welcome. We really focus on trying to make sure that everyone feels that they're at home, that they're welcome. We want to be as inviting as we can and really create an experience that everyone's going to enjoy. Not just the hardcore grinder or poker player, but just the casual person that wants to come in and experience poker. We're hoping that Texas Card House will provide that experience to everyone throughout the state of Texas.
Attention Dallas poker players, over $3 million in tournament guarantees for the PokerAtlas Tour at Texas Card House Dallas and Las Colinas. 21 events, August 15th through September 5th. This massive series kicks off with the Dallas Duel, a $1 million guaranteed no-limit hold'em tournament. And what bigger way to close the PokerAtlas Tour than with the $1.5 million guaranteed title event? For full details, go to texascardhouse.com now.
Well,
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to TCH Live. My name is Derek. I'm joined, of course, by Mitch. Tonight, we got a really special final table for y'all tonight. $500, $1 million guaranteed. The very first event of our PokerAtlas Tour, and we had a great turnout tonight.
Derek, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. I dealt some, and I wanted to jump in, play one of the satellites, but family members came in. But I'm playing tomorrow, Derek. I'm playing tomorrow.
The seniors event, right?
Yeah.
I know you're looking forward. You've been looking forward to that for a while.
But this is a great kickoff. The guarantee. We're down to the final 9. 2,000 was the 2,900. How many was it? 2,009.
Over 2,900 entrants in our event.
We'll get the official number to you. We'll already start here now.
But yeah, let's take a look at the final payouts here for our final table. Each player guaranteed $16,680. Of course, that first prize payout of $164,000. I believe our third largest payout we've ever had in any tournament here at TCH since we opened in October of 2020.
I think maybe the bigger one was the main event of the last PokerAtlas.
No, I mean our biggest since then was probably during our $1 million event, and then our there was a 500K before that. But let's get started in the action here of our very first hand here.
All right, I'm ready. I'm excited.
We have Brittany dealing the final table of our event.
We do have a couple of regulars at this time out of all 2,000.
Yeah, I recognize Bobby here in our 8th seat. I think he's won a few of our tournaments here at TCH Dallas. Looks like it with a healthy stack.
Yeah, we've had people from all over. I was over at Las Colinas, like I said, dealing people from all over the country, all over. I had some from Philippines, a lot of people from Europe coming in and playing. Worldwide. Everybody's hearing about the TCH here in PokerAtlas. They're doing an excellent job, by the way, Derek.
Looks like Mo Money with one of the larger chip stacks on our final table. Going to open the action to 600K. Billy, I think one of our shorter stacks, with the King Jack offsuit in the small blind. Facing this action from the button, I'd say if you are the shortest stack, I'd say you just go all in here, and I like the play here from Billy.
There it is, yeah. He still has a player behind him.
But you're sitting on about 10 big blinds there. You got to make a move sooner or later.
Yeah.
Putting Brickman actually in a tough spot, and I think this is just the fold. Even if you think you might be ahead, you don't want to be busting out before a shorter stack, and nice little pickup there for Billy.
Billy will take it down, yeah.
Can't be too comfortable going all in there with the King Jack high, but you got to do what you got to do right at this point of the tournament. Let's see what we got here in the chat. Frank, D. Will, Ambo Fun, Dory Coyle says, Mitch and Derek, the A-team. Really kind of you to say that, Dory. Hope you and Jim are doing well in this tournament series. Ashley Hine in the chat, how's it going? Luke Breedlove says, let's go Aiden. All right, we got some Aiden fans in the chat.
Appreciate it, Dory. Her and her husband, they got to be like the up there in the top couple of maybe in the whole state. They I ran into him in Vegas. Not Dory, she was up taking a nap, but I ran into her husband out in Vegas. Appreciate them staying up and checking out the final table here. We have 184 going on right now there.
Yeah, kind of a late start for our final table, but really appreciate everyone for tuning in here late tonight.
We're getting fireworks early, though. Look at this.
Bobby here with the ace-jack offsuit, going to raise. Brickman folded the ace-10 earlier. I can't imagine he's going to fold the ace-queen this time. We'll put in 3-bet, it looks like.
This Mitchell.
Oh, my gosh, wow.
Look at this. Perch with the queens. Tell you, Brickman, it's got some good cards, but he's only 2 hands in, but he's running into it. And Perch's tournament life is at risk here, Derek. He does have the better hand right now.
Little does Perch know that there was an ace folded in Bobby's hand, so if he did know that, he'd feel a little better about this spot. But right now, he's a little bit worried, right? And doesn't want to see that ace on that flop.
Definitely. And we'll see a flop.
Does come jack high.
All right, so Brickman needs...
Picks him a few more outs. There can hit a king or
king
ace
or
now.
An ace.
deuce on the river going to be safe for Perch. Going to double up to 8.1 million. Brickman going to lose a good chunk of his stack there, almost half of his stack in that hand, but don't really blame him.
Yeah, two good hands to start off with, and not much to show for it. Perch now, he used to be a regular here. Perch, I used to see him here often, and then I hadn't seen him for a while. It's good to see him back.
Got 200 of y'all in the live stream chat right now, and I'm sure there's already going to be a lot of questions about what the heck are these chip denominations right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we're actually having a hard time. We have never seen these chips before, but the blue chips are worth 25,000. The red chips are worth 100,000. The kind of lemony, I don't know if y'all can even tell the difference on the screen right now,
like
but
yellow.
they're kind of a light yellow.
Yeah.
Are worth 500,000, and then the bright white chips are worth $1 million. So we do have 1 million value chips in play, as we have Anwesh going all in with the pocket eights. Can he get through? John here with the Queen 10 offsuit. Have to call about a quarter of a stack here.
I mean, is Queen 10 good enough though? What do you think?
I mean, you'd have to give your opponent credit to having some middling pocket pairs, but a lot of ace high, right? And you're obviously behind a lot of the ace high, and I think it's just fine to fold there.
Yeah, I think he had just maybe a little bit too much, too many chips to call.
If it was say like 2 million, I'd say he'd probably just flick it in there.
Yeah. Which is a friend of he's got a rail going on tonight. Joe Kidd brought him in. He said he brought him in. He told him about it. Wanted him to come down and play. Told me he won the Choctaw Classic last year.
Okay, so he's got some tournament experience.
Yeah, so the young man knows a little bit about what he's doing.
Yeah, I really don't recognize too many of the players except for Bobby and then Seat 5. I don't know Seat 5's name, but I recognize him. He's played on a few of our tournaments before as well.
Oh, yeah, he's a regular. I deal to him a lot. He over Las Colinas,
yeah. Sitting on his stack here, going to be limping a lot from the small blind. Unless you're with the ace-8, could consider a jam here. Just try to take this pot down right now. I like this play. I mean, I'm already really impressed by all the plays so far during this final table. A lot of aggression. Put the element of the decision on your opponent. And nice little pickup there for Amlesh.
Ashley giving us a little shout out there.
Mitchell A is saying, glad they're adding an extra day for the main event final table. Yeah, and I mean, you almost think they could have probably done that for this one too, for the final table starting at midnight. But no, they are going to play to a winner tonight, no matter what. So I mean, if it takes until 4 a.m., 5 a.m., Mitch and I will be here. Yeah, we got Red Bulls ready to go. We got some food.
Yeah, hell, I'll just go over tomorrow and leave here, go right over to the other place, and start the seniors event.
But yeah, there will be a final table day for our main event. Yeah, $1,000, 1.5 million guaranteed.
I can't wait. I think I'm going to wear a suit and a tie.
We probably should.
Oh, well, at least a tie. Yeah, button-up shirt.
Yeah, I'm a little underdressed for tonight's final table.
Yeah, I feel like I'm underdressed right now. Me and my Rolling Stones T-shirt. Well, you got TCH T-shirt on.
Yeah, comfort over function for sure. It's like Johnny will flop middle pair here on Wesh with a gut shot and backdoor diamonds with king high, and one over to the board here. Chili Pollen's asking, is that Mizrachi? I don't believe so. I think we would know if Michael Mizrachi was in our table here. Wow, what a turn there for Johnny. Gonna turn trips. The head shake too, maybe reverse tell there.
Telling you, he's putting on a show here. He's going to show. Looks like Anwish getting some love on the chat there too.
Lego in the chat. Seat 4 busted me when I was an 88% favorite when we got it all in. One,
Oh,
two,
that's
three,
Perch.
4. Mr. Perch, I guess. Yeah, I mean, with a field of over 2,900 entrants, you have to imagine every player on this final table got lucky at some point of the event, right? Whether it was on day 1, day 2, final table, bubble. Very unlikely all these players got here just on pure skill, but given such a large field event. But like I said earlier, I'm still very impressed with all the plays so far. It's a big raise here, 2.4 million, 6x.
Bobby going to look down with the queen jack of clubs. Finally a decent hand, but I don't know if it's worthy of a...
It's a really strong hand here. I mean, the only problem, he'd probably be defending this hand a larger percentage of the time. It's just such a large raise here from Johnny. And he will play. I mean, not really getting a good price, but
we'll see a flop.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
2 clubs on the flop.
It's a fun flop there for Bobby. 2 overs with the queen high flush draw, and Johnny immediately checks. Kind of giving Bobby the green light to put a bet out here. I mean, you don't have to go that large either. Maybe 1.8 or 2 million here. Gonna go really small here, 1.5 million. Whoa, what? And
wow,
Johnny just jams.
Wow.
And this is super interesting here. I mean, Bobby's small bet here, maybe inducing
the check jam.
What a play there from Johnny.
How often do you use that check jam?
Not with that exact holding. I mean, you could do this with like overpairs. I mean, but yeah, this is just pure aggression here from Johnny. I'm not really sure what he's trying to get to fold. I mean, exactly a flush draw like this. I'm thinking the small sizing here from Bobby just induced Johnny thinking that Bobby doesn't really have much here, as he thinks most of his stronger holdings that are trying to protect against the flush draw are going to bet larger, which makes a lot of sense. Bobby here kind of in a tough spot now.
I mean, he's got a lot of outs, but he's having a hard time putting Johnny on the hand, I would say.
Kind of the dangers of betting there from Bobby. Obviously, you know, you don't expect your opponent to have many strong hands when he checks the flop.
I mean, I guess maybe you could, an ace-10 maybe?
Yeah, you don't really expect many ace-10s to be checking flop. So it really is very interesting here.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Bobby doesn't think he has anything, but he can't call.
I mean, he's on a draw. So he's got 2 overs. Do you think if Johnny showed him his hand, do you think he would still make the call or still make the fold? I mean,
that's actually a great point.
I mean, you know, Johnny's ahead with the ace,
but it's still such a risk.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
such a risk.
You know,
that's a great point, though. It's like, yeah, even if he showed the hands, like,
he's
oh,
like,
you're just
like, I got
it's like, well, I'm behind, but I have a lot of outs.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be a little easier to make the call.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, you know.
But it's like that you're still behind.
But you're still behind, and you still have to, you know, well, I've got 2 overs, so I still could hit a jack or a queen, a club.
But it's risky.
Yeah.
What a play there from Johnny. Wow.
Wow, it was.
That might be one of the sicker check jams I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
What a play. No money here with the pocket deuces under the gun. Probably just fine to just let this go.
Sardina in the chat here. Wonder why he's not at the final table. He won it all last week.
Oh, really? Congrats to him.
Yeah. He came into the final table, if not short stacked, second to short stack. And I told him, I said, you got him right where you want him.
On Wesh here with the ace-10 offsuit. Another spot to just either go all in or fold. Unfortunately, it is against an under-the-gun open from Mo Money, so I think that's what he's considering there. Mo Money could have all of the stronger ace-x holdings. And, you know, I guess that's the advantage of having the larger stack there for Mo Money. You know, you can raise a lot more hands, and people are going to give you credit here. Anwesh, Brickman, Billy, and Jacob all sitting on under 15 big blinds. Perch, Bobby, and John with 20 to 31 big blinds, and Johnny and Mo Money with over 40 big blinds.
I'll tell you in the beginning if it doesn't scare you.
Seat 1 is a beast, won a bracelet in the 5K World Series of Poker event last year. Okay, so this Seat 1.
From the side, it does look like a mesmerized.
It kind of does, yeah.
Yeah, I see it now.
But apparently he's a beast. One has a World Series of Poker bracelet.
Pocket tens.
First 10 sighting of the night.
And Jacob's been awfully quiet since the final table. It's only 8 hands in, but we're finally going to get a chance to hear from this young man, see what he wants to do. And he's going to go all in with the pocket tens, and he'll take it down.
Anytime you have one of those kind of pocket pairs like 9s, 10s, 8s, when you go all in, you just want to fade that snap call, right? You want to hope that at least they have the decision.
Yeah.
When they snap call, you know they have at least a pocket pair.
When I have ace king, I hate the snap call. When I have pocket tens, I don't. But that's my favorite hand. I don't really care, you know, because I know I'm going to flop a set and take it down. But yeah, if I've got jacks or queens and I get a snap call, I'm like, oh. It's like have their Band-Aid ripped off. It's like, oh.
Everybody's scanned. Everybody put their cards on the scanner.
We have John here who's been relatively quiet. Probably the most regular player at the table, I think, if not. I think him and Bobby are, I think.
They might be pretty close. Yeah. I mean, Bobby plays a lot of the Saturday tournaments, I think.
Yeah. One time wants to know what seat is Mo Money, right? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know his name.
Well, somebody might know him. Looks like maybe Daniel. Looks like Daniel knows him. I don't know. Mo Money. That's what we know him. That's who he is.
If you wanted his name to be known, he would have put his real name on the.
You played the final table, right, Derek?
Hmm?
What did you put your name as?
I think it was just Derek.
Just Derek?
Yeah.
I've never had to worry about that. I've not made the live stream final table. I don't know, maybe Lefty. You think that'll work? Lefty?
That's a good one.
Everybody needs to pull your cards back until I finish showing the left, okay? Future. Don't pull your first card back until I'm done with that.
Gerald James in the chat says I was on his left a good bit of the day. Very solid player. Imagine he has to be to make the final table here. Bobby gonna open the action with the ace-9 offsuit.
I got to deal to Tejas today over Las Colinas. I know he did play this one. He did make the final table. I know that's hard to believe. But yeah, I did deal to him today. I'm sure somewhere along the lines of these final tables, we'll see Tejas.
I was just about to say, this would be a good spot for Mo Money to put in more chips and play. Put some pressure on the middling stacks. And as chip leader, you can do that as, you know, the middle stacks want to bust out before the smaller stacks. So they're going to be folding a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something to keep in mind in Bobby's point of view, right? With Mo Money on your direct left, you're probably going to need to tighten up what hands you're going to be opening it with. You don't want to be opening too light and, you know, put yourself in tough spots. Definitely something to consider as they move further along this final table with three stacks sitting on below 10 big blinds. 300 of y'all in the chat with us. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you're just now tuning in, we are streaming the final table of our $500 1 million guaranteed event. We had over 2,900 entrants between all of our flights. And we have a really great payday tonight. Top prize of over $164,000, as you can see here. 100 grand plus between second and first place money.
Yeah, it is coming up on 1 o'clock here, Derek. 304 people watching. I love it. Hand number 11. Still 9 players. Everybody's still feeling each other out. We saw some early fireworks, but not enough to knock anybody out in the beginning here, first couple of hands. Bobby's going to hit, looks like a 6, bottom pair.
Does have the range advantage here, so I imagine he'll put some bet out there. But he's kind of remembering back from the previous hand, and when he bet small on the flop, he just got jammed on. So he might just check back here, try to get the showdown value, or try to get the showdown. But, I mean, A-side board should be betting a high percentage of the time as the 3-better, or as the initial aggressor. And he does go for $1 million, and happily you'll see that Johnny does fold. Nice hand there for Bobby. And I think we did see our first super chat of the night from Sam Tarver. It's Bob's World. We're just living in it with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Sam. Appreciate you for tuning in here this late in the evening. It is 1 a.m. Central Time here in Dallas, Texas, so it is quite late. What was the buy-in? It was $600. Gladfan 1989. Wow, I thought this tournament was sure to have at least a $1,000 buy-in. No, it was a $500 event.
Yeah, 500.
Really great value. Over $1 million in prize pool. I think our total prize will ended up being about 1.2 million. So we did hit our guarantee and then some.
Yeah, over 1.2 million.
And then after they paid out the the day one min cashes, the double bag bonuses, the chip leader bonuses, I think that left about a little over $1 million in the prize pool for the day 2 payouts.
Yeah,
wow, Brickman here just shipping it in there.
Wow. And luckily for him, no one behind him has anything. Yeah, they had the if you bag here at Dallas and then you bag the Las Colinas, they get a $5,000 bonus, man. I thought that was cool.
And I'm wondering how many players we actually had do that. I mean, I know of at least 3.
Yeah.
3 minimum, and maybe 4 or 5. I could see at least 5 players doing that. So
I know Laura, she bagged here, and I saw her over there. Was it yesterday? When I left, she was still in, so I don't know if she bagged both places, but you gotta like that, man. $5,000 bonus for bagging both places. Johnny going to look down at an ace queen, see what he wants to do with this, Derek. Maybe check jam. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Brickman's going to have ace king. We could see some fireworks here, Derek.
Yeah, Johnny did limp this hand under the gun here. Maybe he's trying to set a trap, and Brickman will go all in with the ace king.
Johnny's going to make the call, right? Especially if Unwish folds, and he does. He wants to count. I can't see him getting away from the ace queen. Do you?
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, he's got to stack $1 million.
There it is. There's the call. And we'll go to the flop. Brittany will get all the math right here. You notice the blue shirts? They've changed the shirts here at Dallas.
Absolutely, yeah. We're going for the blue theme. Out there on the felt, on the main table, main room, we have blue felt, and they have blue shirts now. So it's a nice look.
I think the blue shirts. Got a couple of blue shirts in this room back here. Maybe I might grab one.
Clean flop for Brickman. Needs to dodge a queen and a queen only. No chop outs. Looks like there's no more queens in the deck, so it's actually, he was just always going to win this unless it went running straight or.
That's right, yeah. Or heart flush, not even a diamond flush. He could have, Johnny couldn't have gotten the diamond flush out of that.
Well, nice hand there for Brickman. Going to double up to 25 big blinds. Johnny going to go down to 29, and that's just only going to extend Mo money, and he loves seeing that, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's the chip leader by quite a bit.
And we just found out Mo Money is a bracelet winner, so
probably the favorite to win this tournament, given his experience and his current chip stack.
But you know, that's why we play the game.
Got some Brick fan chat, or Brickman fans in the chat. Alexander Salazar says, "Good double up, Brickman." Jacob's turn to have Ace King, suited variety.
Brickman fan. Uh-oh. Brickman fan. Jacob.
Did it just say Mo Money folded queens? That can't be right.
Jacob will take it down.
Mark Donovan here in the chat. Brett says, Brickman bagged Bo for the 5K bonus. Well, congrats to him.
And making the final table.
And made the final table. Wow.
Uh-oh.
He's already 5K richer than all these other players.
That's uptown. You gotta like that.
But we do have a few more viewers in the chat, almost 350. Let's go over the chip denominations again. I know it's a little bit different than we normally have on our final table stream here. The blue chips are worth 25,000. The red chips are worth 100,000. The lemon chips, kind of a light yellow, are worth 500,000, and the white chips out in front for most of the player stacks are worth 1 million. I know it's been kind of tough to differentiate between the 500K and 1 million chips, but there is a slight hue difference there.
Yeah, the $1 million chips, they were my idea. The color scheme was not my idea. Trying to get comfortable here, Derek. Your chair's got arms, mine armrests, mine don't. What happened?
They took your chair away, I guess.
What the hell? No wonder I can't get comfortable.
Let's take a look at the payouts here. For a $500 buy-in event, 9th place guaranteed, 16,680. Every player on this table guaranteed that amount. Got a first place prize of $164,160. Nice little 6-figure payday for a $500 buy-in. Mo money here with the pocket tens.
Uh-oh, Brickman. Brickman's going to make the call.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty rough for people that are, in fact, colorblind with the million and the 500K chip. I do apologize for that, but that's what we can do.
Well, no matter what color they be, they still have issues. So that's why we have it written down up here. 347. Hand number 16. It's still a full table. Mo money's tens. Pocket tens are good. See how he wants to handle it. It looks like he might be setting some kind of trap here.
I mean, it kind of serves both purposes, right? He might think he's either way ahead or way behind. Doesn't want to get jammed on if he bets the flop. So, I like this play a lot. He can easily just call this bet, see a turn card, and see what develops. Has backdoor straight potential. I don't see him folding to just one bet here on the flop, especially for that sizing. He will make the call here. Let's see what develops on the turn here. 4 hearts, pretty safe turn card there for the pocket tens. Brickman Mal has to be a little concerned, knows that Mo Money has something of that board, right? Either a pocket pair of his own or some kind of big draw. Might just check back this turn here to see a free turn, or see a free river card. And he will check back. River 7. Pretty safe run out there for Mo Money. I don't see, with just one overcard to his pocket pair, you'd expect all the Jack X holdings to be betting the turn. So I think he could actually maybe bet for thin value on the river there. But no, we'll check and maybe try to get Brickman to go for a bluff here.
I'm sure he's checking so he can maybe
pick off a bluff.
Yeah.
It depends on what sizing Brickman goes for here. And he looks like he will go for the bluff here. And, I mean, it's just going to get snap called by Mo Money, I think. I mean, he didn't... I mean, check, call, flop, and then check, check, turn. This is a pretty easy call here with the pocket tens, I think.
2.9 million. Yeah, he wants to. I was wondering whether or not he's going to try maybe come over the top. I think he's just going to make the call with it. 2.9.
Yeah, it's a pretty great price here.
Yeah.
2.9 million to win over a 10 million chip pot. I think you have to make the call here. Spades brick out. Really only losing to a hand like 10-8, but you have two tens and a jack. But you expect all the Jack X holdings to bet turn. So I really don't see how he can fold the tens here. Oh, wow, and he does make the fold. Wow. Giving him credit there for maybe some kind of, maybe two pair or some kind of straight. Obviously, we can see the card, so it's much easier for us to make that decision, but it might be some kind of, he may pick up some kind of live tell or, not expecting him to bet, as a bluff on the river there.
I'm a little surprised, but, he's got the chip lead, and he's at the final table, and he's got the jewelry.
No, yeah, no, I'm not trying to discredit him at all. It's just, I'm surprised he made the fold there.
Yeah.
Just based on how the action went.
He wants the hardware now too, so he's good.
In Mo Money's defense, you don't expect your opponent to be bluffing on that river for that amount when there's that many shorter stacks in play too, right? It's such a risk, right?
I agree with you, but I don't know. We'll move on.
No, for sure, for sure.
It's just that it's pocket tens. I didn't want to see him lose.
I thought you still had a really great hand by the river. You're only losing to a Jack X holding, Ace Jack, King Jack, Queen Jack. You expect those hands to bet turn once check two. So like the turn play doesn't really make much sense if he had a Jack. The river bet only makes sense if you had a hand like 10-8, which he blocks.
Yeah, because he's got tens.
So, the only real holding there would be like a 10-8 of spades exactly. Straight and flush draw on the flop, rivering the straight, but that's just one holding. It's when you only lose the one hand, you sometimes just flicking the call there. And that's exactly the point too. Is like you don't expect your opponent to be bluffing at all in that spot. So he's like, would this guy ever risk ICM just to win the pot here? But Tony Wynn saying ICM is for poor people. Oh wow, we got big hands colliding here again. Ace Queen against the Ace King. Bobby's turn to have the Ace King of spades. John in trouble here with the Ace Queen. Tough spot here for John. It's pretty large 3-bet too from Bobby with their specific stack depth. And you'd be calling for Ace Queen offsuit out of position. I think you just have to let this go sometimes. And he will let it go. It's unfortunate, but it's just such the nightmare scenario, right? If you do hit your ace, you can never fold, and if you're against Ace King, you're just screwed. So, definitely a spot where I'd rather see John put in the all-in rather than just calling. If you do think your opponent might have a hand like tens or jacks, you want to put them in a tough spot. I don't really like just calling out of position with the ace-queen.
Here we are at hand 19. A little after 1 o'clock in the morning. 351 of them watching. We appreciate it right there. Derek and I, we're dug in here for the night. Got snacks going on. He's got some brisket over there. We've got cookies in here. Is Cooper and Tyler okay over there? Do you need cookies? Anybody, guys? No? Okay, they're okay.
Wow, Johnny just going to ship it in here. What?
Wow.
What is happening here for 10 million? 25 big line shove here by Johnny, and Mo Money wakes up with ace king, and for 25 big blinds, you can't fold this, but he's like, what is going on here? Why such a big shove?
Johnny's been very active in the 19 hands we've had here at the final table.
What a freaking jam here from Johnny, and Mo Money doesn't want to fold it, but doesn't want to commit three-quarters of his stack here. Or more than that, right? I mean, or 2/3 of his stack. Yeah, we'll just let it go, and I don't blame him. I mean, he feels like he's probably flipping a lot, and you don't really want to flip for that amount at this stage of the tournament. Johnny might be the wild card here. I mean, everyone's playing pretty standard, pretty close to the vest, but Johnny here really showing the ability to go all in with the check jam with the ace-4 diamonds, going all in with the sevens here.
Johnny trying to take control of the table here. Mo Money's got to be getting a little frustrated with the tens and then the ace-king, and
picking up a lot of premiums, but not really, not in great spots.
Yeah, nothing to show for it.
Wolfgang Poker here in the chat joining us here. What's up, Alexander? How's it going? Says, rooting for Mo, played with him on day 3 of the WSOP main, and a few times on stream. Cool dude. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, Wolfgang, and thank you for the support. Hope to see you on some of our cash games in the coming months.
That sounds like Mo Money's the man. How come we haven't? How come we don't know this guy?
Zeus in the chat says, ace king in the 1 seat, no good here, fold. Maybe a little bit. Maybe it's a little too soon to be joking about that still, huh? Mitchell A in the chat says, used to play a lot with Johnny at WinStar, had him classified as a maniac. You got to strap in when in a hand with him. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
it might be one of those spots where like we'll say that we're gonna do it this one way, and he'll do the exact opposite, right? Which is exactly what happened in the hand against Bobby, right?
Yeah,
we were like, oh, he's just check folding.
Yeah, check jammed. It's like, wow.
Absolutely. Let's try to get to 150 likes. By the 2-hour mark of the stream, let's get 150 likes. Be sure to hit that like button if you've yet to hit that thumbs up.
You got to like 1 o'clock in the morning with 373 people watching.
People want to see the conclusion to this event here. Event number 1 of our 21 event series. So very, very exciting.
So I know you can't play 2-day events, Derek, but we do have a lot of 1-day. I know you're going to play something.
I'm probably going to play the triple draw next Saturday at Las Colinas. $400 event, 10K guaranteed, 3 triple draw limit events. Should be a lot of fun.
Triple draw. How many entries are you? What's the over under on the entries?
35.
Really?
And a half. I'd be happy to see 35, because then we'd meet the guarantee.
There you go. Well, I'm looking for a big field tomorrow.
The seniors event.
I'm telling you, man, I keep looking for like the last week or so. I keep looking at all the seniors, the regulars, that play here. We're going to get a lot of people, who aren't regulars.
Frederick, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's going to be, huge.
I think it'll be a lot of fun for sure. Billy here, sitting on 2.8 million. Might be considering a jam here, but will unfortunately probably get called by Mo Money.
Yeah, Billy's been, extremely card dead.
Oh wow, disciplined fold there.
Wow.
I mean, especially at that stage of the position from the hijack, very disciplined fold there from.
Yeah, you know how
Billy.
I feel about this kind of play, man. these guys who are patient and disciplined like this, I love it. I can't do it. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Frederick Anthony in the chat says, do any more of the no-limit hold'em events on this tour have a double bag bonus? I'm actually not sure. That's a great question. I wish I could help answer that, Frederick, but the best way for you to figure that out, maybe on your own, would be to go to TexasCardhouse.com and click on the PokerAtlas Tour at the top of the banner, and just click through the events. I think this is the only event that has the double bag bonus.
Well, I mean,
from what I
they
remember.
might be doing it for the main, the main, one at the main event at the end, the 1.5 million. They might be doing it for that one too again. I like it. You know,
it incentivizes people to play more flights, which increases the prize pool, which is always a good thing.
Tiny Poker says she just got home from
Metallica. Yeah, I saw your post with the Lego and Chris. I can't remember his last name, but Christopher Larkin. Yeah, Chris. But looks like y'all had a blast. Chris Cashman in the chat, one of our high stakes regs here. I'm going to come whale it off in the triple draw on Saturday. I almost know all the rules. Let's go. Hey, all right, let's go, Chris. Bill Burford in the chat says there'll be a ton of us old guys there tomorrow. Okay, very cool.
I think I dealt to Chris this morning.
Looks like we have an all-in and a call here. Bobby.
All right, well, we had a mystery hand. Nothing mysterious about it now. We see what they have.
Pretty standard call here, I think, from Bobby. Ace-5 of hearts against the king high. Ace-5 currently in the lead, but king-queen at risk. Great flop for the ace-5. Needs to dodge a king or a queen. And wow, it took a lot of his outs there away. And that's going to be a hold there for Bobby. And we have our first elimination on Wesh. Unfortunately there for Joe Kidd, his horse in the tournament here.
Yeah.
We have our first elimination of the night, and kind of a breather for Billy there, sitting on 7 big blinds.
So I wish, congratulations, young man. Congratulations for the WinStar Classic that he won, and making the final table. And $16,680.
Not a bad payday for a $500 buy-in. Each player now guaranteed $22,410.
Should make sure he takes Joe Kidd out for dinner tomorrow night.
Everybody put him on the button.
How old is Joe? Maybe he could put Joe in for the seniors event tomorrow. Joe's over 50, right?
GG's in the chat for On Wesh.
I saw Metallica, by the way. I saw about Metallica back in '86.
I remember 1986.
86. They opened up for Ozzy.
Wow, we got a big hand developing here.
Look at this.
Mo money again with Ace King. Perch with the queens.
Perch is all in. He's got to be right all in for $5 million, almost $6 million.
And we got a classic flip here. The 2 overs against the pocket pair.
And Mo money with the chip lead, getting tired of being pushed around by these guys.
Ace on the flop. Need to find a queen and the queen only, and Perch will be our 8th place finisher.
One queen left.
And Mo money running hot, up to 23.3 million. And just like that, we have 2 eliminations back to back.
Wow.
GG's in the chat for Perch, taking home a nice payday of $22,410. Down to our final 7 players, each player guaranteed $28,340. And of course, Mo money extending his chip lead to over 20 million in chips.
Yeah, he was getting a little frustrated, I think. He had to throw those 10s away, and then ace king. Are they giving out hats? Are we getting a hat? They got plenty in the hats. Can we get a hat?
I think they're only for final table participants. I hope they catch the other 2 before they head out the door.
But, you and me wearing a hat in here would look real nice.
final tablist.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't. Nobody's going to believe that. Who'd just steal that from Mitch? Nobody's going to believe that. That just says PokerAtlas Tour. Where does it say final tablist?
It says on the side.
Oh. Yeah, nobody's going to believe that. For me.
We almost got 400 viewers in the chat about an hour into our stream. Really appreciate everyone for tuning in at this late hour, whether it be in the great state of Texas or in the United States of America. But if we have any foreign viewers out there, thank you all so much for tuning in as well. We've got a fun final table here. $500 $1 million guaranteed event. Top prize of $164,000.
Are those ones or fives? Fives. Yeah, okay.
Bobby's got a couple of 8s here. And Billy with the ace 7.
And we could have our third elimination in a row here if Billy doesn't hit here. Who does find the ace on the
Billy,
flop?
And Billy will double up.
You're not going away, man. You're not going away.
Frustration was building after sitting there being card dead next to Mo Money in seat 2. He looked down and saw an ace 7. It looked much better than what it really was.
Yeah.
But it looked good enough to go all in.
Does find the double up there, up to 6.3 million. Billy and Jacob there, the short stacks. Johnny sitting on about 22 big blinds. Everyone else with pretty healthy chip stacks.
Billy getting a little love over here from Pops.
Did see a comment earlier wondering if we are reading the Twitch side of things. We actually are. So if we have any viewers on Twitch, welcome, welcome. It looks like we have about 8 of y'all on the Twitch side. If you're wanting to come commentate or comment with the other viewers in our chat, you can go over to the TCH Live on YouTube. That's where most of our viewers are watching.
Are we on Facebook too?
I'm not sure. Likely.
Johnny sporting that hat there, that Poker Tour hat. A PokerAtlas Tour. And going all in with the 3s. Wow.
What is going on here?
Johnny all in, 11.1 million with 3s. Well, money raised to $1 million. John called $1 million with the 4s. And Johnny going all in with the 3s.
Oh, what a play there. And getting the better hand to fold. What a play there from Johnny. Just not even caring about ICM here.
Wow.
And like I said, the wild card here, getting the better hand to fold with 3s is quite the play. Obviously, you don't expect a hand like 3s to do that in the first place. And Johnny extending his lead to about 30 big blinds. XL3 TV in the chat says, guess I'm nobody. Absolutely not. Really appreciate you for tuning in on the Twitch side of things. Got Kev Boz on Twitch as well. Welcome, welcome.
Billy continues to get, well, how can I put it?
A lack of cards.
Weak cards. I mean, he's getting cards that just, I mean, he got the best seat in the house sitting right there next to Mo Money, who's getting all the cards.
Man, I can't even tell if Johnny has any million chips in play.
I'll tell you, Billy's got a love. He's got the best seat in the house. He's gonna sit there and watch everybody
have to deal with Mo Money.
Worry about Johnny. Because Johnny's the last person you want to give chips to right now.
Could see an all in here for Mo Money, and That's exactly what we see. Nice play there from Mo Money.
I tell you, Johnny's aggressiveness is changing. It changes the way everybody else plays their game. Doesn't necessarily mean they have to play Johnny's game, but you know, everybody has to make adjustments.
BNN in the chat says, I'll take over 35.5 in the triple draw. Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping for at least that. I mean, I think we could see maybe 60 or so players in that event.
Kevin Boss says he's on YouTube. You said he was on.
I swear I saw him on Twitch, too.
No, he said nobody. He said nobody's on watching on Twist. On Twitch.
Yeah, there's Kevin Boss on the Twitch side.
Ah, yeah, you're right. I didn't even know those little logos were there. Learned something new today. Well, money will throw away to 10-7.
So I guess we should keep going over the chip, what the chip denominations are for these players.
What are the yellow ones, Derek?
The yellow ones are 500K. But yeah, we have the blue ones, which are worth 25,000. The red that are worth 100,000. A slight, kind of manila or yellowish tint, 500K, and then the bright white chips are worth $1 million.
The yellow has a certain color to it. It reminds me of something. I can't think what it is.
Yeah, I can't even tell. I think he had million chips on top of his stack, but you can't even tell.
The yellow one, it looks like he has the yellow one on top of some whites there.
Yeah, that's interesting choice of color, to say the least. I don't think I've ever seen such a large denomination used as a white colored chip.
All right, Lego, I appreciate it. I will see you Tuesday, my friend. Lego and I are going to the Astros Red Sox game down in Houston. As you all know, he's a big Astro fan, and I'm somewhat of a Red Sox fan. And I will be meeting down there. You're leaving, Lego, you're leaving tomorrow, is that right? Rolo wants to know the amount of entries. I know it was over 2,900.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look right now.
Oh, you got to get it?
It looks like we had a grand total.
2,900.
A grand total of 2,952 entrants. Down to our final 7 now. So
there it is. We have 400 people watching. Hand number 29. Brittany putting out a flop here. John's going to flop bottom pair. But Brickman looks like he's going to bet $1 million.
John's just going to go ahead and fold here.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine. I mean,
yeah.
Even if your opponent is bluffing, you expect them to continue bluffing on the turn, right?
Yeah, and I mean, he's got the. He doesn't have Mo money chips,
right?
Mark
Toulouse in the chat says just finished second in the giant stack with bomb pot event, which is actually just happening outside.
Yeah.
Just got second. Congratulations, Mark. So free now to listen to you guys work your magic on YouTube. Appreciate it, Mark. Will we be seeing you in tomorrow's seniors event?
Yeah. Will I be seeing you? Not really interested. I mean, I'd love to sit next to Mark and talk to him, but one of those players that'll make you sit up straight and pay attention,
Mark Donovan, congratulating Mark T. A lot of Marks in the chat tonight.
Yeah.
Who is BNN? The fact that you know Mama Dukes. Congratulations, Mark. Billy gonna ship it in there with the King Jack offsuit. will chip up nicely to 6.3 million. And now Jacob in the 9 seed, actually our shortest stack right now, sitting on 5 million.
Tell you, I'm going to keep my eye on Billy. I'm watching. I'm liking the way he plays.
Mitchell A says, well, I'll have to watch this in the morning. Need to get some sleep. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it is, you know. Mitchell, are you playing the seniors event tomorrow before you go? Brickman going to raise it up here.
he might have work tomorrow, so that might be why he needs to.
6 a.m. comes quick. That's Bobby in the upside down Dallas cap.
And I was about to say, an all-in would actually be pretty good here. You can get a lot of hands to fold that might even be ahead of you, right? Like 7s or 8s. Might not want to be flipping for that amount. Brickman going to posture a little bit here, but will eventually make the fold. Kind of some reverse Hollywood here.
Yeah, we can say that because, that's not Johnny. Well, Johnny, you don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if Brickman makes the call here, I'll personally pay someone's entry into the seniors event.
Okay. Call. Call. Guess I'll pay for it myself.
That's how confident I was that he was going to fold there. No, yeah, I would have never made that bet if Johnny was in the hand. I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, me either.
He might go all in himself.
I'm telling you, John. I love watching Johnny. I'm focused on Johnny and Billy.
Yeah, Billy, I've been very, very impressed with his patience so far on this final table. Mo Money, obviously a very strong player. Bobby, very strong. Really haven't heard too much from John and Jacob.
Well, they've been kind of
card
dead too,
sure.
But you got to love. I mean, sitting in here, you got to love Johnny watching him play. Being at the table, I mean, it could frustrate you. Now, what do you think would be more frustrating? If you were card dead watching someone like Johnny just steamroll, or getting good cards and then have to fold because I just don't know.
I think it's more frustrating to get good cards and then
then
having to fold them in certain spots. Like it goes like raise, re-raise, all in. You have like jacks.
It's like, damn, this guy, man.
Yeah.
I can't, I can't show my stuff.
Really appreciate everyone that's been tuning in for the past hour. Of course, BNN in the chat saying Brittany is a beast. Where is the shout out for the dealer? Absolutely, Brittany dealing the final table of our event number 1 million guaranteed events to kick off our series.
Sporting our new blue shirts there. They've gotten rid of the old black and white. Julian giving you a hard time over here.
Bobby here with the 10s of the red variety.
I'm looking over here at the chat. I'm trying to find out if Mark's going to play the seniors tomorrow.
Looks like Bill will join you for sure.
Bill, I'm ready. I mean, I think I'm ready. I don't know. It all depends on what time.
I mean,
this thing ends.
If you need to go home, Mitch, because I know you really want. You've been talking about this event for probably a month.
I want to be here for this,
Sure.
And I want to be. I'm all amped up. I don't even think I could. If I went home,
you probably won't be able to sleep
and
anyways.
I'd turn the TV on,
yeah,
and watch. I almost talked myself out of playing it tomorrow, but the players today, they more than convinced me to play.
Hey, Mark will be there.
There it is. Thank you, Mark. If we're at the same table, I hope we're sitting next to each other so I can talk to you.
Lou Sullivan in the chat, one of our dealers here at Dallas. Mitch for Commentator of the Year.
I appreciate that.
Very nice of him to say that. Welcome to the chat, Lou.
Harry Carey, you probably don't know who. You don't know.
I remember him like yesterday, Mitch.
Harry Carey's been dead. Jeez, how long has he been dead?
At least 30 years. Back when I was, 20.
He's I don't know. Really?
I don't know. I'm just saying numbers.
He used to be the announcer for the Cubs.
Well, if you do play tomorrow, Mitch, I hope to see you at the final table.
That would be awesome. Are we going to? Is it going to be streamed? No.
No. Because I think it's at Las Colinas, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Bobby going to raise to 1.2 million with his ace king. Billy, the small blind, continues to get the 9-7 kind of stuff.
Putting a little bit of a speculative call here, but maybe just getting a little bored and just wants to get in the mix.
Mark, what do you say you and we make the final table tomorrow? If we're at just a regular table, I do hope we're sitting next to each other.
Wow, what a spot here from Bobby, and he's just gonna just snap ship it in there.
Brickman's he's having a good time. I think out of everybody at the table, Brickman's having a good time. Smiling, talking. He's just happy to be here. He's mostly relaxed. Somebody doesn't like the new blues.
If I were to pick between the black and the blue uniform, I do like the black and white one better. I think.
I mean, if anything, the blue doesn't match the green.
Yeah,
felt.
it does look a little strange with the green felt.
I mean, it's not bad. I'm up for that, Mark. 1 and 2.
Actually, I guess since we're on that topic, I came into Delt yesterday, believe it or not.
There you go.
To help out with the Saturday flight A or the flight. Whichever. It was funny because all the temp dealers that I've been working with this whole week, I've been flooring Wednesday through Friday. I came in on Saturday and started dealing, and they're like, "Whoa, you look like 6 years younger with your with the dealer uniform on without wearing a suit." But when I got home, Lauren was like, "It just looks like you just got home from a Best Buy shift." And then when she said that, I was telling her I'd like the uniforms too.
Yeah.
And then the moment she said that, I was like, "Oh, it's ruined now. It's ruined."
Yeah, it is. It is. You just ruined it for me. Every time I see, I don't even want to take one now. I don't even want to take one. Here, look. Yeah, Best Buy.
I think it's the same shade as the Best Buy uniform.
Well, maybe I can take one of these and walk into Best Buy tomorrow and help out a few people.
Oh my God, Tony said it too. Tony said it too.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my God, that's hilarious, Tony.
Wow.
Yeah, no, literally, my wife was like, "Did you just get back from Best Buy? Like, what are you doing?"
Bobby going to show the ace queen there. Yeah, wow. It's real. I can't take one now, man.
Yeah, I mean, especially since we have to wear black slacks too.
Yeah,
it does not help.
Yeah.
But it looks really good with the blue felt. I will say that. I'm simple when it comes to uniform colors. I like just black and black, white, neutral colors.
When Billy's going all in. Best hand he's seen so far. He did not hesitate. Let's see how everybody else reacts to this.
With Johnny here, you just never know. Might think his cards are live, which they are right now. No, but his suits are not. He might consider gambling here.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody was, it's going to be, you know.
Billy will get that through. Kind of just staying at the same stack depth that he's been the whole final table.
Yeah, well, I mean, Billy wasn't fooling anybody. In the position he was in, everybody knew he had, you know, a monster hand, even though it's often called the parking lot hand. You know, we all know why.
Julian, I'm not dissing the uniforms. I'm just saying what Lauren said, and then now I can't unsee it.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't say it. But yeah, now that she mentions it, it's exactly what it looks like.
Employee discount at Best Buy.
Yeah. See, I was going to say that the blue shirts were my idea, but I'm not now.
What does me being a manager have anything to do with? Oh
They're getting on you tonight. Brickman with ace deuce suited. Going to raise 1.3. And looks like he may get it through. Jacob, who has been just as card dead as, I mean.
Who's BNN? Who is that? Yeah, I mean, sitting on 2.8 million, this is pretty gross. Don't really have much fold equity here. Except he probably does have fold equity against this particular holding, but against the majority of Brickman's range, you don't really see Brickman folding it often. So he will just make the call here, play some post flop, hope to hit a set.
Wow.
Oh my god. Wow. Terrible flop there for Jacob. Great flop there for Brickman.
Could have been worse. Could have been ace deuce.
True. Yeah, at least he can just fold and not have to really think twice about it. Though having two aces out there makes it much less likely that Brickman could have an ace.
Yeah. Well, he could have a 10.
Yeah, I mean, even hands like kings or queens are probably still going to be c-betting this flop, so.
He folded.
Great fold there from Jacob. Brickman with a nice pot there.
$382 will be paying attention. We appreciate you viewing in. Hand number 40. Brittany's in the box, sporting her Best Buy new Best Buy shirt. John's going to look down at Queen 10 here. And frustration's got to be building with these guys. You got Jacob and Billy and John. These guys haven't really had much to work with tonight. Jacob's going to look down. He's got king, queen now. Finally got a decent hand. He's going to go all in. Mo Money Mizuraki folds. He does look like from the side. It looks like we're going to have an all-in here. John's queen 10 going up against Jacob's suited king queen. Jacob does have the edge. Here's a flop, and there it is at 10 with two hearts. And a heart on the river will give Jacob the win. And he will double up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's an all in there with John and Jacob. Sunday. I was thinking of Saturday night. Next Sunday night here.
Monday morning.
Okay.
It's late enough to be considered Monday morning.
Yeah. So what are some of the other events that we have coming up? We all know there's a seniors event tomorrow. We've talked enough about that. Triple draw, you said you're going to play. Is that the only one you're going to play in?
I mean, I can only play in the one-day events in any event that's not final table or has a day 2, so probably that, or if the horse event's on the day that I'm off, I might try to play that. I think there was a one-day PLO event, so I might try to play that as well.
I'm looking at the horse one myself. See how I do tomorrow. I would like to play the horse event.
Well, yeah, if you're willing to come down here at like 4 a.m., which is probably going to be the end of this final table, Lou, I'll play a little bit of mix for a few hours. Still be up.
Johnny. Not Johnny number 5, Johnny with a couple of 5s. How do I know that one?
Speaking of Johnny, they had a whole documentary on Johnny football. I don't know if you saw it on Netflix.
I did. I saw it.
Looks interesting. I might watch that at some point.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet?
No.
Then I won't comment.
Is it pretty good?
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. Gave you a little bit of insight of things that you didn't know. Jacob.
Good spot here for Jacob, put in the jam, and
look at this.
Don't see Johnny folding, so this is probably going to be a good double up here for Jacob.
Double up opportunity.
Right, I did see 1-5 folded there, so Johnny has 1-5 left in the deck to crack these 9s.
He also has spade opportunities. Let's see.
Okay, I thought that was a 5.
I thought it was a 9. I thought it was a 9. It was an 8, though.
I thought the 6 was a 5.
Yeah, and I thought the 8 was a 9.
These
small cards.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller
cards.
print. Fades the suck out there. Nice hand there for Jacob. Up to 9.7 million, and Johnny there now one of the shorter stacks. Jacob, been patient the whole final table, it looks like, and finally gets a good spot here.
You know, Jacob and Billy and John, they've been very patient, letting Johnny do his thing.
Christopher Cashman here, one of the night owls in our chat, says, I'm in the play mix. Yeah, well, if we get enough players, I mean, we can 2-4 mix with a half kill. Let's do it.
Chris Cashman, you going to play the seniors? Oh, never mind.
Oh, my God.
He'll play the seniors event about, what, 50 years? 40 years.
But that's really exciting, actually, if you're going to come play the triple draw, Cashman. That'll be fun. One less player I have to worry about, if you know what I mean. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Billy here.
Uh-oh, finally. I told you to keep my eye on this young man. And the button.
Finally gets a big hand here. What, the best hand he's seen all night is probably the ace-queen.
Yeah, let's see how he wants to play this.
I mean, you're going to be jamming all of your weaker holdings, so you should be jamming your strong holdings as well. I like the all-in here. I'll answer your question here, Glad fan, in just a few minutes, or just a few seconds here.
I tell you, though, in all seriousness, watching Chris play is amazing at his age. To be a skilled player as he is.
Age is just a number, Mitch. You know,
it's
and
nice
it goes both ways, right? Like, you always see people discrediting, maybe not even so much the younger people, but you see people discredit the older generation too, right? They might be like, oh, well, these guys don't know anything. They can't hang with the younger crowd.
Right.
And, like you get really surprised from all the players that you see on their final tables, right? Like we've seen, Mark. And Tejas, I mean, I'm not saying that they're really old, but I'm not saying they're really young either. I mean, they have a lot of experience and usually are quite formidable at the final tables that we've seen.
Well, you know, I've been playing since I was 12 years old, and I'm impressed by the young man. You know, make me, if I was sitting at the table with him, he'd make me a little nervous, you know, a little.
But a Glad fan in the chat asking what mix of games do we play here in our 2-4 mix game. I mean, anything from any of the horse games, any stud variant, any triple draw variants, Badusi, Badesi, triple draw, or Deuce to 7 triple draw, any Dramaha variant.
I love that.
You know, pretty much any mixture of the standard mix games you can think of are games that we play.
And open to play anything else, right? Well, you're welcome, Chris. A little nervous. Just a little.
Jacob here with the king-queen offsuit under the gun.
Wow.
I mean, you know, he got to this point by staying patient, so I don't blame him. I mean, and he would have run into the aces of Johnny here.
Yeah, look at that. And Johnny might get paid here because, you know, well, not now because Bobby's not going to hit any of that flop. Oh, well.
Picks up a straight draw on the turn.
Yeah, open ender here. He's going to bet out at it. See how Johnny wants to respond to that.
I like drawing at night, though. The only thing is I'm tired now, so.
Does he go to raise?
Might just go all in again here.
Well, I mean, if he knew how much, you know, trouble he could be in here, and you know. There's a straight draw and a flush draw. Yeah. He might have gotten paid. Oh, he goes show the aces, too.
When you have aces,
These guys. All right, we're down to, what, 7?
Yeah, we've been at 7 players for a little bit here. Just a reminder for some of our viewers, take a look at the payouts.
Yeah, what's 7th place going to get? $28,000. Over $28,000.
Yeah, guaranteed money here. Of course, we got some big pay jumps coming up, and of course, that top prize of $164,160.
Down in the final 7. Derek and me were in here snacking. Battle of the blinds here. I think if either one of them says bet, the other one will fold.
Well, we might take this opportunity to bet the turn here. But no, he will just check again. Jacob would just 5 high here. And 9 high will take this pot down if they go to showdown.
Jacob with the second nut low here, looks like. He's going to check. He's like, I don't have anything.
Yeah, it's just the chips are so valuable at this stage of the tournament. He's like, I don't even want to risk bluffing here. There's no point. I mean, at this stage, if I was going to start bluffing, I need to start bluffing on the turn, or at least the turn, right? A bet on that river card would just be wouldn't get any hand to fold really, except for 9 high exactly.
Olives and beef jerky. You ever try that?
Not in that combination. Individually, yes. Tyler, Maui, giving a little bit of a reminder here for our viewers. We do have upcoming streams coming up. We have a cash game this coming Tuesday, which I'll be commentating, of course, with Ron. Or actually, maybe not, because I think he might still be in town for the series. So I might be commentating that with another commentator.
On Tuesday?
Yeah, on Tuesday, cash game at night, 6 to midnight.
In 2 days?
Yes. Well, tomorrow, because today's Monday.
Yes. Well, I won't be here. I'll be in Houston.
And we also have the final table of our 100K guaranteed PLO event and our Sunday 500K guaranteed final table. So a lot of final table streams coming up. And, you know, if Mitch and I are available, we're probably going to be the ones commentating them. I believe the 500K this coming weekend is the mystery bounty tournament. They call it the mystery payday event, but it's formatted as your typical mystery bounty event where bounties come into play on day 2.
Right.
Every person you knock out, you get to draw from a selection of bounties.
They have cool little boxes, I
Yeah.
think. You know, open them up.
So that should be a really fun event. I know a lot of our oh wow, and poorly timed all in here from John. Johnny waking up with the Kings.
Yeah, that's brutal. Brutal for John here. See a lot of his outs being put to the muck. He's going to need a lot of hearts here, I think.
Yeah, needs a straight or a flush here to win this pot, or running 10s. If not, he will be our 7th place finisher, and we will go down to 6-handed play here. You can hear John there calling for the hearts.
Yeah.
Knows that he's way behind here. Might want to use his one time here. This is a really big tournament.
Yeah, they might want to stand up. You know how that works.
No heart in sight. No, excuse me. Just one heart on the flop.
One heart.
And that's going to be it. That's going to
it.
seal the deal for John. Johnny taking out John in a big pot here. And that will be the tournament there for John. GG's in the chat for John, taking home, what, that $28,000 for 7th place money, which is, you can't sneeze at for a $500 buy-in.
Congratulations, John. Wanted to. I think he may be
probably the most regular player on this final table.
Out of the 9 final table guys, I've only dealt to 2, so I think all the other ones were here. Maybe I just didn't get a chance to deal to them. But yeah, he's a regular over at Las Colinas, John. Appreciate you coming out.
Each player now guaranteed $34,470. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you to John for coming out and playing.
Congratulations, and back to the action here.
And just look at Billy here. I mean, he's just been kind of grinding his stack and climbing the pay jumps.
Yeah, him and Jacob. And he can't take anything. And John was being very patient too. And you know, he finally does get a decent looking hand. You know, after what he's been getting.
You can't really blame him for the all-in.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I say it all the time. It looks better than what it is because you've been so card dead. It's suited King 10. I'm all in. You know, and even with Johnny calling, he's like, you know, okay. Until he saw the Kings, yeah. Well, now we're down to 6. Hand number 50 down to 6.
Just about to cross the hour-and-a-half mark. 2 a.m. here in Dallas, Texas. You know, one of the red-eye streams we've done. We haven't done this late of a stream in a long time, and you know, I'm glad I took a nap earlier in the day. It's funny, actually, is I was texting David, you know, wondering about the feature table stream, and I was like, hey, should I come in to do it? And he was like, no, get some rest for tonight. Yeah. And I was like, all right.
Billy with the button and a suited ace. And he's going to go all in.
You like big on my podcast? I mean, yeah, you're lucky every time I have it very high. That's the goal.
Johnny let him know from across the table. Let him know you're lucky.
No, he got a big on my.
Yeah. Apparently, Billy keeps going in on his big blind. Johnny doesn't like this. Somebody's not afraid of him. Yeah, you're lucky. I gotta tell you, Derek, PokerAtlas has done a great job with this thing, and they're growing. PokerAtlas and Texas and Poker in Texas are working great together here, Derek. And the future looks bright, I think. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. And you know, I do want to advertise. You know, our event's going to go on this week. Do have our first flight of our 100K pot limit Omaha event starting tomorrow morning, with another flight at 5 o'clock in the evening. So $500 buy-in gets you a 30K starting stack for 100K guaranteed. It's a 2-day event, 6 total flights. Day 2 on Thursday, 2:30 p.m. And there will be another final table stream for that event. And of course, the big event coming this coming weekend is our 500K Mystery Payday event, also known as a Mystery Bounty event. Flights starting on Thursday, August 24th, day 1A at 11 a.m., day 1B at 5 p.m. 7 total flights. Day 2 on Sunday. And I guess they're having a turbo flight on the day of day 2, which is very interesting. I've never seen that before.
Wow.
So there's a turbo flight at 9 a.m., and you just go straight into day 2.
Wow.
I guess they're expecting to finish by 2:30.
Well, you could
Which is very interesting.
You can late. I guess you can't late reg.
No, you
right?
can. You can late. You could probably late reg around noon, and then just go straight into day 2 at 2:30.
Wow.
How quick is that turbo event? I mean, they're going to finish in 5.5 hours. I guess. I guess that's possible.
It all depends on how many people register.
Yeah, that's super interesting. Back to the action here.
Johnny with a pair. Pair of 5's going to call to 1.2 mil.
Well, money's been pretty quiet. It's been pretty card dead.
And Johnny's 5s are still good. Well, Money doesn't like that flop at all, going up against Johnny. And now he doesn't really know how to play this, because you're going up against, he doesn't have anything. He's going up against Johnny.
Oh, wow. Apparently the turbo, I guess we can look it up on our phones, but the turbo on
the day of day 2?
On Sunday, the turbo is actually 20-minute levels, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how they actually finish that before the day 2, because it's the same tournament, which is
20-minute levels?
Yeah.
What do you start with, 5,000 chips?
30,000.
Wow.
There's no way that's going to finish in time for the day 2.
Brickman got a decent hand here to see what he wants to do. Or Brickman, I should say. He'll take it down. So 20-minute levels and 30,000
I mean,
chips.
20 really isn't even that slow, really.
No, it's not. Our turbo's here
15 minutes, yeah. I mean, 20 minutes is still quick, but I mean, that's still going to take at least.
I would think 15 and 15, right? 15 minutes and 15,000 in chips.
No, they have to have the same starting stack as the same tournament. It's just a quicker event.
All right.
Yeah, they can't make them pay the same amount of money for less chips.
That would be like a satellite or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're paying the same amount as everyone else, but getting just shorter levels to get into day 2 of the same day, apparently. So whoever enters that flight is going to be that's going to be a long day for them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They're playing their day 1 on day 2. It's a 9 a.m. start too. It's an early tournament. That's about to be one of the earlier tournaments I've ever seen.
Is that going to be here or Las Colinas?
I think it's at this location. Mo Money going to go all in with the King 10 offsuit, putting Billy at a decision here with an ace, but it is the worst possible ace.
Yeah, and that will be live streamed?
The final table will be live streamed, yes.
Well, then it will have to be here unless you're going to make them start at 9 a.m. over Las Colinas. 20.
No, they wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you can kind of overhear Billy saying he knows what he's supposed to do, but he doesn't want to. Like he's supposed to call with any ace in that spot with the exact stack depth, knowing that Mo Money's going to be jamming with a lot of trash, but
Because I already I feel like I already exhausted that.
he wants to reduce his variance here and just play some post flop.
Did I see that right? Bobby's taking the lead in chips. I was messing with my Dr. Pepper here.
Yeah, Bobby has more chips than Mo Money.
Oh.
Chili in the chat asking, what was the buy-in for our event here tonight? Is a $500 buy-in for a $1 million guaranteed prize pool. First place tonight is $164,000. We had flights all through the week starting Tuesday, 3 flights a day, 2 flights in Dallas, 1 flight in Las Colinas, up and through.
Billy going all in here. Brickman, he can't make the call with the 10 deuce. He's not old enough to play those hands. He'll show. Yeah, I can't play that. Show him what the payouts are. Chili wants to know. We can throw him up here a little quick. $500 buy-in. Got to pay. How many did they pay? These are just the final table payouts. We're up to 6, right?
Yeah, down to our final 6 players. Each player guaranteed $34,470. Top prize of $164,160.
I understand there's mics, but are they clearly?
I did just get a text from Joe Kidd. Apparently, we led the viewers to believe that on which was his dog. He had but that wasn't the case. He said he was a friend of mine. And he informed him of the tournament, suggested he come down and play, but he was not his dog. He didn't have a dog in the race, so. And he also wants me to let him know that he's not over 50 and won't be playing the tournament tomorrow. All right, there you go, Joe. I think he is over 50, though. He's older than I am, isn't he, Joe?
I don't know. I mean, you need to ask him.
Well, I don't know. Does he look older than me?
I'm going to take the fifth on that one. Down to our final 6 players, up to a $300,000, $600,000 big blind. Just to put this into perspective for our viewers out there, the starting stack for this event was $30,000. So, the single big blind right now is 20 starting stacks. So 20 players in a single big blind right now. Deep into day 2. Final table right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Billy over there, quietly accumulating some chips, I see. He got somewhat of a stack.
Oh, really? No breaks?
2.7.
Brickman, go ahead and raise it up here. I expect at least a call from Billy. What do you think? No?
I mean, it kind of was.
Billy hanging in there. Still a short stack. But hanging tough.
I haven't done a maybe like on the river. I haven't done a regular open.
All right, so we got 6 players still left. Mo Money go look down at pocket sixes. You got Billy. You got Brickman. Don't forget Johnny over there. And Jacob. Oh, I forgot Bobby. My fault. Bobby, then Jacob. So who you guys pulling for?
Yeah, let us know in the live stream chat who you are cheering for right now. We got Mo Money, we got Billy, we got Rickman, Johnny, Bobby, and Jacob. Playing for a top prize of $164,000 for first place.
BMN there. What's the schedule for the non-Hold'em players?
Yeah, if anyone's curious about the rest of our schedule for the remainder of our Poker Atlas Tour, you can go to texascardhouse.com. Click on the banner at the top of the page, and it should list all 21 events for you there. Are we going through the night? Yeah, we're streaming until we have a winner, so this could be a long stream. Thank you for tuning in, Felipe. Looks like we got Jess Peters, first one in the chat, saying he's cheering for Jacob.
Pocket 10 showing up again. I think Jacob has been the quietest at the table. Mo Money hasn't said much, but he's done some talking with his chips, though. Mo Money took a little extra time there to
Consider his options there.
Yeah. Like Tejas. Looks like Brickman's getting a little love.
A lot of Brickman fans.
Yeah, you gotta dig that.
Got any love here for Bobby or
I gotta tell you,
Billy or Johnny?
I expected a lot more for Johnny. Johnny's been somewhat quiet in the last 10 minutes.
Started off with fireworks at the very beginning, though.
But Johnny was setting the pace. Trying to control the game and was doing a good job.
It was a one day. Finished in 1 day. We finished at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I agree. I think, I got to tell you, I do like Bobby.
A lot of Brickman fans. There's one team Billy. All right, Pops does it. Cheering for Billy.
Just one.
I think still too soon to kind of have a favorite right now. Everyone has a solid chance of taking this tournament down in the final six. No one with a really overwhelming chip lead. No one really on fumes either. I mean, one double up for the shorter stacks and they're right back in it.
I mean, there's no villain at the table, I mean, unless you're at the table. But it's been fun watching everybody. Bobby's got to make the call. I'm sorry, raise with a Jack 10.
Team Brittany.
There you go.
Keller H-Town saying, if I were unbiased, I'd probably have to root for Johnny. He's playing pretty gangster. Yeah,
yeah, definitely. I agree.
A Queen 8-9 flop would be pretty fun.
Look at this flop.
Bobby gonna flop a flush draw.
Yeah.
Backdoor straight potential here. Brickman with nothing here, just queen high.
Seeing some support here for Johnny. Anything a little posturing?
Yeah, maybe considering a float to turn his hand to a bluff of club hits, but that'd be disastrous, obviously, because Bobby does have the flush draw himself, but
yeah,
does think better of it and let it go. Sometimes you get a little too fancy with your play, it can kind of bite you. But he will just let it go. Bobby with a nice pickup there.
You know, playing for a lot of money here, Derek. A lot of money. I got to tell you, I love the spirit here. Billy and Brickman, two youngsters down at the end of the table there. Brittany's left. And they're just having fun, man. You know, they're having fun, and you got to love that. If they're not in the hands, they're down there talking, having a good time. Johnny, uh-oh.
I cannot slow play.
All right, Johnny's letting the table know he's not going to slow play his queens here.
No slow play. You know
Brickman wishing he had something a little better than 8-7 here.
Nice in there for Johnny with the ladies. J-Lo Poker in the chat asking, can you fold kings on a check raise all in on a flop of 7-6 queen 2 diamonds? Question mark. I'd have to know a little bit more information than that. I'd have to know relative stack depths, at what stage of the tournament you're in. Is it a tournament? Is it a cash game? Yeah, there's a lot of
who you're playing
against. Yeah, there's a lot of factors involved with that. In the vacuum, I'd say probably no, right? Overall, like most of the time, I'm probably not folding
straight
it.
draw, flush draw.
Yeah, there's a lot of combinations out there. So I'd say most of the time, I'm not folding. If you're against a player that's just never bluffing in that spot, never going to do that with a draw, then I could say you could fold. If you're on like the final table bubble, say, and you know you could just fold here and get into the final table with a good stack.
What was pre-flop action?
What was pre-flop action? There's a lot of factors.
A lot of factors into it, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to need a little more information than that, but I think in just that information presented, I'd say no, I'm not folding, right?
Yeah, but again, you know, your position.
Yeah, relative stack size. Is it a cash game? Is it a tournament?
I mean, there's all kinds of factors, you know.
You know, you hear, you turn around like that, you know, like people like.
Johnny, after having queens, couldn't look down at ace king.
Okay, what you did?
1.5.
Huh?
1.5.
I tell you, you know.
Yeah. No slow play, my friend. I gamble.
Johnny making it happen, boy.
With the speech play a little bit there.
One more time.
Yeah, Johnny's letting you know. If he's got a hand, he's telling you about it. And if he's not telling you about it, I don't think he doesn't. I don't know.
So, you know, what I'm kind of gathering so far, when he goes all in pre-flop, other than the queen-jack offsuit hand he had previously, he typically has it. The plays all in post-flop seem to be a little looser.
Yeah,
it seems like. Obviously, that's just only 64 hands of analysis there. Like these guys have been playing with him probably much longer. So I mean, that's my read so far. Like he typically has it pre-flop. It seems like he's not just going to get it in there pre-flop with a speculative holding.
All right, Billy going to go on with the sevens here. Mo money with the jack 9 suited. Johnny quiet. Uh-oh. This could be trouble. This could be trouble.
What a spot here for Billy.
So what does Bobby want to do here, Derek? He's got Mo money still in the hand behind him with 19 million. Does he want to scare him away? Does he bring him in? What's he want to do here?
I don't think you want to invite Mo money here. He's the one guy that could really hurt your stack here. I'm jamming here to isolate. I'm jamming here to isolate, or at least raising, you know. Maybe not jamming here just in case, like say Mo Money does rejam, then you're like, oh my god, like what?
Yeah. That's
like I might have run into the aces here, but big raise there does the same thing here, and Billy's gonna see that he's in a very, very dire spot here. Needs to find a 7 and a 7 only, or running straight cards here, or Billy's great run from short stack from the start of the final table will end here.
You know, sometimes on a rare occasion here at the final table, patience just isn't enough. Yeah, even when you finally do get a decent hand, you run into pocket kings. Billy still looking for a 7. There's only 2 left in Brittany's hand. Will he get there?
Unfortunate run out there for Billy. Great run out there for Bobby, obviously. When there's a winner, there is a loser, unfortunately. And I got to say, Billy played a great final table.
I love the way he played. Hats off to you, young man.
Yeah, can't be upset about how he played with what he was given and what stack he started with this final table. Taking home $34,470 for a $500 buy-in. Great run by Billy. GG's in chat for Billy. Each player now guaranteed $42,710. Got 5 players left. Let's hear from the chat. Who do you think is going to win this first event here of our PokerAtlas series? We got Mo Money on seat 1. We got Brickman in seat 3. We got Johnny, the action player, the wild card on our final table in seat 7. We got Bobby in seat 8, and we got the silent assassin and Jacob in seat 9.
Yeah. I'll tell you, congratulations again going out to Billy, young man. You played a great game. I love the way you played. Great game. The rich get richer. Pocket Kings. I wanted to see maybe Bobby play it a little differently. See, getting down to the end of the stream here, maybe do some damage, invite Mo Money in. I
don't like inviting him in there. I mean, I think he was in the small blind as well. He's out of position. If he did just call there, and for some reason Mo Money did call, it comes queen, queen, deuce. I mean, you're kind of guessing at that point.
Yeah.
So I like the raise or jam there from Bobby, and Jacob will go all in with the ace queen here. Patience has paid off, picking his spots, and you want to be jamming against the players that might be playing a little looser, might be opening a little wider than they should be. Though it is 5-handed, Brickman is opening with the Jack-7 of diamonds. Probably a fine open, given the number of players left. But he probably has started to notice that Brickman is being a little more active than the other players, which should be a good spot for the ace-queen here. Brickman probably actually considering a call given his exact holding and the fact that he does cover Jacob. Would be for a little over 9 big blinds.
Yeah, it's right around that amount to where, I mean, the only good thing about it is Jacob's got no more ammunition. He's not going to, go all in on a turn.
Yeah, if you make the call, you get to see all 5 cards, but he has to know he's behind here at the very least. It just sucks folding here, and then he'd be down to less than.
I tell you, it's strange seeing this young man struggle here. He's been having such a great time, and that's something different from him.
Yeah, but given the player, Jacob, I mean, he's been playing so solid the whole final table. I think it's just an easy fold there.
I think maybe if it's Johnny.
Yeah, if it's Johnny, maybe.
It's a different song and dance. But with Jacob's been more quiet than anybody.
Looks like we got about 14 minutes left in this blind level. 300,000, 600,000, 600,000. Bobby sitting on about 50 big blinds. Mo Money on 31. Johnny, 28 big blinds. Brickman, 17 big blinds. And Jacob, the short stack right now.
All right, let's see what Johnny wants to do with these 2 5s.
He's been playing these small pocket pairs pretty aggressively. As you recall, the pocket 3's all in. We'll just limp this time, and I'm glad that he is mixing up his play a little bit here. Right? You don't want to be too predictable.
Well, Bobby holding one of Johnny's 5s there. Johnny's sporting his new hat he just got here at the final table. One that they all got. Everyone at the final table got one.
1.8.
Johnny says he's going to raise?
Mm-hmm. I did think this would be a possibility.
Yeah.
You can only min-raise now. You can only min-raise. This is 3.6.
No.
The new TDA rule is if you do not say an amount and you match the bet, then you can only min-raise.
Is that the tournament too?
Yeah. Well, so technically he could actually make it 3 million, but
1.2, right?
because the 600 to 1.8. But I mean that
Yeah.
might be a small. I mean, she is correct that it might be good information for some of y'all tournament players out there. It is a TDA rule. If you say raise and you only throw out the amount to call, you can only min raise at that point. You either have to put out the amount all at once or say the physical amount. So yeah, they did change it to 3 million. Yeah, so his min raise is only to 3 million. So I think Tyler or Cooper helped correct that. It's not a raise from the 1.8. It's the increment from 600,000 to 1.8 million.
Well, Bobby did flop Johnny there. And he'll get the check mark as long as he doesn't fold. It doesn't look like he has any intention of folding.
You know, and that just speaks volumes of how great of a dealer Brittany is. She's very aware of all the TDA rules in tournaments, and obviously we implement those rules for cash games as well. So it's good on her that she caught that.
You know, I've always felt that way. I'm glad that they changed it. Johnny's going to make the call and see the bad news.
Interesting for him to make that call by the river there. Nice hand there for Bobby, up to now 60 big blinds. Kind of a gift there from Johnny. But yeah, if anyone's confused in the chat, I could explain it a little further, but it's just something to prevent people from angling, right? Because they say raise, they take forever to put the raise out, and they're kind of just like cutting out a bunch of chips, kind of getting a read from their opponent. That kind of a slight angle, right? When you say raise, you either say the amount or put the full amount out in one motion. Because you could be like cutting out a big stack, getting a read from your opponent, and then only putting out a mid raise.
And I noticed a lot, you know, and I've dealt, you know, a year or two, and normally in a cash game,
you kind of you have seen that from the old school players, right?
When players go to raise in a cash game, very rarely do they say raise. You know, you see a lot of that in a tournament where someone will bet and then they'll call, then the other guy will say raise before he does anything. Maybe try to get the next guy to...
Got a spot here. I mean, if anyone's going to make the call here, it probably might be Johnny. And, you know, he has to know that Brickman isn't quite active in these spots, small blind versus big blind, and he will make the call, it looks like.
There it is. There it is.
And he will be ahead. What a great call there by Johnny. You know, five-handed here. Brickman could be jamming any kind of king high, queen high holding. Ace 8 is quite strong there in the big blind. And he covers his opponent, so Brickman at risk for getting eliminated here.
I tell you, that was maybe a bad shove there by Brickman.
Given the player type, yeah.
Well, Johnny and he had just had a on tilt from that last hand. And if you remember earlier, Johnny was talking to the young man down there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bad all-in, but, you know, it is something to consider, right? Where it's like, okay, he might be just calling me with any hand now, but I think King Jack suited, still very, very strong hand, too big all-in. It's pretty close here, 60-40.
I mean, all he had to do was just get Johnny the fold. He was trying to take down some blinds with a decent hand.
Oh, and that's not the flop that Brickman wants.
Well, now...
Oh, and that's a straight there for Johnny. He needs to hit it. And that is it. That's a straight for Johnny, and Brickman's actually eliminated.
He needed the 8, right? He needed the 8 for the bigger straight?
Yep.
He needed Johnny's 8.
Wow, and that will be it for Brickman. And just like that, Johnny's got a giant stack. I know our graphics are showing a little wrong. I think one of the burn cards touched the scanner there, but Johnny did win that hand with a straight.
Yeah.
Brickman going to be eliminated in 5th place for a nice payday of $42,710, down to our final 4 players. That's right, final 4 players at 2:30 in the morning. We got $56,670 guaranteed to all these 4 players. Still, you know, a lot of money up top. Over $100,000 more guaranteed for first place money here. Exciting to see how this tournament ends.
Well, you're definitely right. Congratulations, Brickman. It was a pleasure watching this young man play. He was down there having a great time. Happy to be here at the final table, and he did an excellent job and had a lot of fun. And you got to playing poker is a lot of fun, and he won some money. So congratulations, young man.
After the final table, no more breaks. Final table, no breaks.
Johnny not wanting to mix it up with Bobby right now. Busy there with stacking up some chips. And he didn't like the last hand that him and Bobby got into it, so he's not talking to Bobby right now. Down to what, 4? Final 4. Johnny just got a shot of adrenaline. I don't know about bedtime. He's ready to go now. Well, Money over there in seat 1 came out on fire in the very beginning of this stream, the final table. It hasn't had much as of late. Johnny going to raise the ace-3. He's probably going to make the call. Heads up action. And Johnny going to hit the ace. Ooh.
No, I like the check. It's a board that you're going to be way ahead or way behind on a lot of the time. If for some reason you are behind, you're not blowing the pot because you're never folding the top pair. And
I don't know, Derek. With that board, with the ace, with the 3, I don't know if I want to see a turn.
There's not much on that board you're really afraid of because that's what I meant by that. You're either way ahead or way behind. So
yeah, I'm not going to check. I want to see where I am.
I don't like betting, but
if I could take it down, I'll take it down. I'll throw a little something out there with that week 3.
Well, no, I mean that's exactly my point. You're either way ahead or way behind, so there's no reason to bet. But that's another.
Yeah,
that's another thing.
I don't want to give the. I want to see where I am. Did Johnny just fold?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh. He was in his zone there. I don't know. On a heater. So you made the comment earlier, Silent Assassin. I think Jess picked up on that.
Yeah, I know. Jacob's been playing very well. I've been very impressed with his play on this final table. Honestly, now that we're down to the final 4, all these 4 players playing very well. It's going to be very tough to decide who actually is going to win this tournament. Johnny looks like it's past its bedtime. I mean, these players have been playing since 1 p.m. Oh, I was wondering what Cooper was doing over there. Yeah, they've been playing since 1 p.m. Some of these might have been from the turbo flight at 5 p.m. last night here in Dallas. Johnny with pocket 7s here. We'll just slow play it here. It's a great question here from Logan. Why not just space them out by now? Well, the player chip stacks and names are associated to a specific seat position, so they have to restart the stream to do that, and that'd be another 30-minute delay. So we cannot do that, given the stage of the tournament that we're in.
Curious to see how this river goes. They both checked the turn.
And that goes for everyone in the chat. If anyone has any questions regarding our tournament series here at TCH or any of the other events or our stream, you can put it in the live stream chat, and we'll do our best to answer them. Do bear in mind it is 2:30 in the morning here, so it might be our brains might not be functioning the way they should be.
Yeah, but that's okay. We got Cooper and Tyler over there. Those guys are wide awake, and they got all the information over there. They can help us. Jacob, the silent assassin, young man, has been very quiet. Going to go all in. Mo Money, I don't know. King Jack, I don't think he's going to make the call. I think he's going to lay it down.
It's tough because you have the other players behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind the fold. I could see
I
could see an argument for calling, but
yeah,
it's a big chunk of your stack there.
You got Johnny behind him.
You got two players covering you behind. Yeah, it's quite dangerous.
You got Johnny. You don't know what he's going to do. You got Bobby over there.
If he was in the big blind, I'd say it's a pretty easy call.
Yeah. Hand number 73. First tournament of this event. It will be finishing up on the 5th. We're coming in with ties on the final stream.
Oh, sure.
All right.
Or I don't wear ties, but
champagne.
I'll wear
champagne.
I don't drink either, really.
Well, neither do I, but it's the final,
Okay, for the final table, we'll pop a bottle of champagne. How about that?
Okay, I'm ready for it.
We'll bring champagne for all the final table participants if they can all drink.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying for you and me,
Okay.
Yeah, big event.
It's a great question from Logan. You have to pay the hourly fees for tournament play at TCH. No, it's included in your tournament buy-in, and Tyler did answer the question there in the chat. You do need to have an active membership, though. Either a $10 daily membership, a $30 monthly membership, or a $300 for the yearly membership. Still got a lot of events in the rest of our series.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about a few of them, actually. So starting tomorrow morning will be the first couple flights of our 100K guaranteed pot limit Omaha event. It's a 2-day event. Final table on Thursday, August 24th, day 2. Got 6 day 1 flights and a day 2 on Thursday, August 24th.
And,
that should be a lot of fun.
Day 2 on Thursday will be here. Is that right?
I believe so.
Dallas?
Yeah, I think both. I think all the flights are at Dallas for this location, for this tournament.
And will this be live streamed?
Yes, the final table will be live streamed. Oh, excuse me. So it looks like...
Will this be you and me, or we have someone else? We've never worked at a PLO game before together.
Yeah, so all the flights for this event will be at Dallas, including the 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. So 6 flights all at Dallas, Monday through Wednesday, day 2 on Thursday. And then we have a big event this coming weekend. $600 buy-in, $500K guaranteed, 7 flights. Day 2 on Sunday. Kind of like a mystery bounty event. But let's get back to the action here and talk about the rest of the events if y'all have any questions. Kevin King in the chat. Are there live streams from the Las Colinas location? No, there are not.
Not right now.
No, we will not be doing that. There's no reason to have 2 live stream locations.
From the same place? This close together?
This close, yeah. What does VPIP stand for? Voluntarily put into pots. And I believe RF is aggression or raised frequency.
I got Mo Money and Bobby going at it here. Mo Money with the bigger 8 with the king. Both of them missing the flop. Bobby going to raise here. Wow, I like it. Yeah, Mo Money. Bobby telling Mo Money there, I don't believe you have a queen. Or more yet, I have a queen. Derek, did you see? We got to talk about it. Did you see the trophy for this event?
I did.
The interesting little thing about it. Do you want to talk about that? Because I thought that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so throughout this tournament series, and I mean, I guess throughout this specific event, and then throughout, I guess, the entire tournament series, we have representatives from PokerAtlas, and we're going to do a pretty, good job. I mean, it's included in their system. We actually get to keep track of all the players' chip counts throughout the tournament. And, we were doing that on day 1s and day 2. So at each break, they were updating the players' chip counts and all that information, because each player has their player account associated with their seat, and they have their chip counts associated with their seats. Players are actually getting live updates on their player stacks relative to the other stacks in the field on PokerAtlas.com. And actually, the trophy has a little cool, screen built into it. And whoever wins the event will actually get to see a timeline of their chip stack throughout the entire series, all the way from day 1, day 2 to the final table.
That's amazing.
All the way to when they win the entire event. So
that's amazing.
It's kind of a cool little memorabilia trophy.
If you look at the screen,
you can actually see the top left corner there.
Top left corner there. It doesn't. I mean, it's sitting on the table. I wonder if we'll be able to get it when it gets to be heads up. We'll be able to get a shot of it on the table. But you can't see the top. It's like a globe. And you could just lift the globe up, and there's a little screen inside there.
And it'll show your timeline of chip stack from 30,000 all the way to you having all 88+ million chips at play. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool trophy. Obviously, it has the date, the name of the event. It's actually a pretty significant trophy too.
Yeah. Now I know why. Earlier
you're keeping track of all the chips.
Yeah, I'm on break. They're like, yeah, you got to put in the chips, because the dealers have to do that at the table while everybody goes on break. They have to count everybody's chips and put it into the tablet there. So I had to do that several times, and now I know why.
Well, I mean, the main reason was so players, family members or friends could keep track of their chip stacks on the website.
Yeah, that's you know how I check on the web. I don't know. Down to 4 here, hand number 79. Bobby's changing things up a little bit, changing his game up here a little bit. And I like it. See what Bobby wants to do with this 10-5. Throw it away, I guess. Okay.
Might be another spot here for Jacob to just go all in, but we'll think better of it, which a very surprising fold there with the Queen 10, actually. Yeah. I mean, even with how tight he's been playing, I think, he'd get a lot of respect for that all in.
Right.
Actually, no, that is the point. It's like he'd get a lot of respect for his all in there. I think that would have been a good spot to try to pick up the blinds. And you really, I mean, even on 11 big blinds, you don't really necessarily need to go for an all in. I mean, just the min raise there and try to take the blinds down four-handed. Still some playability. Or just go all in and have max fold equity there.
Yeah.
Jacob gonna look down at the 9 deuce. Probably gonna throw that away.
I gotta tell you, Derek, been trying to work on my patience and discipline. You going to ask me how it's going?
How is it going?
It could be going better. It could be going better. I start out disciplined and patient, but I don't do it long enough. You weren't here last week. We were talking about I did win a tournament, though.
Very nice.
Over at Las Colinas, I did win a tournament. JP posted on Facebook. It was pretty funny.
Full house there for Johnny. Will be good enough.
With the 6. Johnny just a little bit under Bobby there for the chips.
Mo Money's been pretty card dead, falling down. I mean, started the final table with a big chip lead.
Yeah.
Down to 16 big blinds. So a little bit, I'm sure he's getting a little anxious maybe, but you know, he's won Embraced before, so I'm sure he's been in the spot before.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I don't know if it means anything to you. And we've not talked about this. Now, he's got a good hand right here. But he's sitting to the left of Brittany all by himself. You know, if that were me, I would feel much more comfortable and relaxed, you know, as opposed to, you know, being on the other end of the table.
Yeah, you got the whole side of his room to himself. And wow, what a spot here.
Wow.
Johnny waking up with 2 Johnnies.
Yeah.
Mo Money with the ace queen. And we might see an all-in the call here.
We're going to see some fireworks. I'm anxious to see what Bobby's got. And Jacob with the 9-5. He can't throw that away fast enough. There it is. Ace queen. Mo Money with the ace queen. Johnny with the jacks. Mo Money's tournament life at risk here.
Wow, just a snap call. Not even considering the shorter stack of Jacob.
The frustration. I think if it was anybody else, he might have thought about it a little bit. But with the way Johnny's played all day, wow.
Needs to find an ace or queen here. Wow, and there's a full house there for Johnny, and that's it for Mo Money.
Wow.
Started the final table as the chip leader, and Johnny takes him down up to 43.4 million in chips, and Jacob with a massive pay jump there.
Unreal.
Might have been a little bit of ICM suicide there, but you know, he was playing for the win, and I can't blame him for it there. Wow, what a spot there. Mo Money going to go out in 4th place for 56,670, and Jacob, just by folding his hand there, made set $20,000.
Yeah.
Jacob,
crazy,
guaranteed, and everyone else on this final table now guaranteed 76,370. Incredible how you can just fold your hand there and make $20,000.
Johnny just playing coming out like Billy the Kid. Gangbusters.
Now with the overwhelming chip lead right now.
Playing the game his way, making other guys adjust. And who would have thought? With Mo Money's chip lead at the beginning and Johnny's style. Amazing. Congratulations to Mo Money.
Richard Greenberg in the chat says, good morning, guys. Thanks for streaming these great tournaments. Lots of fun to watch. Hey, appreciate it, Richard, for tuning in at this late hour. I guess at this point, it's almost early, right?
Yeah, it's getting there, man. They're coming up on 3 o'clock.
Once you hit 4, I do know people that wake up at 4 a.m. So once you hit 4 a.m., that is early. That's not late anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
2 to 3 a.m. is still considered late, I'd say.
Well, Johnny's alive and well. He's wide awake. He's ready to go. Momentum all on Johnny's side of the table here.
And another pot here for Johnny. Man. And let's hear it in the chat, guys. Who do you think is going to win this tournament? We got Johnny, who's kind of been the story of this final table. Bobby, playing very well. Jacob kind of just keeping, staying patient, climbing the ladders throughout the night. I mean, he's made 50 grand, I think, on just folding and picking his spots.
I'm telling you. 2 different types of style here. Johnny and Jacob. And Bobby just like a rock there. Three different type styles of play. Derek, who's going to come out on top here?
Quan Nguyen in the chat says, I said it before, Johnny will win it all. Best unknown player. All right. I mean, Quan said it first. Zeus in the chat says, played with Johnny earlier. He's running hot. Saw him win a 1,000,000 chip pot with 100 players left with Jack 9 versus Ace Jack, all in on the flop. Binks a 9 on the turn. Man, I mean, you got to run like that to win tournaments.
Johnny's in the zone, I'm telling you.
And, you got to sometimes just play with what you're dealt. And I've been most impressed with how Jacob's been playing, right? I mean, he's made 30, 40, 50 grand just by folding and letting other players knock each other out. I was really impressed with the aggression and fearlessness that Mo Money's been playing with this whole final table. I mean, unfortunately got out in 4th, but, he was playing for the win. Been really, really impressed with, the kind of different style that Johnny's been playing with. Kind of throws, I think, all the other players off balance. And Bobby, like you said, is quite the rock.
Well, with Jacob, I mean, he's been kind of forced to play this way.
Right.
I mean, if you don't have cards, you can't, you can only do so much. And
but like you said, some people just get too impatient. But he's been staying patient and waiting for his spots.
That's me. I get too impatient, But Johnny, he's just been steamrolling, man.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting spot here for Jacob. Not much to lose, but a lot to gain. But still wanting to try to play for the win here. And it's kind of fun here as, the shortest stack. You're really putting the other players in a tough spot in the sense that they can't really get too out of line, because if they make a big mistake and let the shorter stack ladder up again, that's really detrimental.
And here's a situation that Jacob's been in all night long. I mean, there's no place to hide now. The blinds just keep coming around, so now he's forced to have to, and here he is in a situation where,
he just sticks it in.
Yeah, I mean, with an 8-7 offsuit.
And it's seen a lot worse shape than he thought. I mean, he would have rather seen an ace-jack or an ace-10, right, to have 2 live cards.
Even an ace-king, an ace-king, he's got the 2 live cards. But now
this is actually really terrible for Jacob here. Can only hit a 7 or a straight here, and he knows that, probably already packing his bag, ready to head home.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, this has been his story, and he played the best he could with what he was dealt with, and he's at the worst going to finish 3rd.
Find some hope here on the flop here. Could hit running straight cards, but needs to find a 7 in the 7 only. Oh, and that's it. That's the tournament for Jacob. GG's for Jacob. I mean, like I said earlier, made about $50,000 just by folding and playing, pretty solid poker here. We are now down to heads up here.
Wow.
Let's go to the payouts here. Jacob playing an outstanding final table, taking home $76,370. Sometimes that amount of money would be typically our first place prize for some of our bigger tournaments.
Definitely.
Down to heads up now. Each player guaranteed over $117,000. Still a lot of money to play for. Top prize of $164,000.
Congratulations again going out to Jacob. Played well. Are they talking chop here?
That means you want to chop even?
Chop even, except I get $1 extra.
You know what? I got more chips than you. Why
You have more chips.
I got more chips than you. How can I chop even?
I play online.
So Johnny wants to even chop.
You think you got a good better than me? Okay, let's try it, man. Okay, let's no chop.
Play?
I love it, man. So Bobby offering the even chop, even though Johnny had the chip lead. He's like, how can we do an even chop if I have more chips than you? And Bobby just straight up told him is that he thinks he has an edge over him. And then Johnny's like, "Oh, you think so? All right, let's play then."
Oh, so wow, wow.
All right, it looks like they're gonna play it out here for the title here. I mean, you know, Bobby's saying how it is, saying he thinks he has an edge on Johnny, and Johnny's saying, I mean, if you think you have an edge, then show me.
Wow.
Which is totally fair. If I thought I was the underdog and if like a player that was like said that was better than me, I'd be like, I mean, if you think you're better than me, let's play it out then.
Okay. And I know you love to play heads up. River Rat wants to know if this is really live at 3 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Let them know.
We are in the booth right now at 2:53 a.m. playing down to our winner.
We are heads up.
And right off the bat here, we got two big hands heads up. Ace Queen suited against King Jack
Look at
offsuit.
this. They both have to think they had the best hand.
Oh wow. What a flop.
Look at this. Is
Both
this
flopping
real?
a pair. Top pair for Bobby. Johnny was second pair top kicker.
Wow.
I mean, this is the money could actually get in.
I mean, you know, if you're Johnny, you, even though you have middle pair,
it's a pretty good flop.
You got to think you got the best hand. Heads up.
I mean, never folding here.
Well, Bobby's coming out with something here. He's going to bet 3.2 mil. Johnny thinks he's setting a trap here, I think.
Oh, my gosh.
Well,
Johnny is running hot here.
Wow.
What a turn card. And Johnny has to know he has the best hand here.
Now, Bobby, he knows Johnny called with something. Maybe a flush draw? But still, if he... No. Bobby's going to lead out. Does he think that Johnny's got a king too? Bobby bets on the flop and Johnny calls. What's he calling with, right?
Yeah, I might have checked that turn if I was Bobby. Because you're still either way ahead of a lot of hands or way behind. I mean, especially with the spades coming in, it's...
Bobby, Johnny... He checked the turn first. Okay. All right. We'll see a river. Brings the fourth spade. Now the player has a spade. Is this going to put the brakes on everything here?
Probably will.
Is this going to save Bobby some chips? Johnny just went all in. 4 spades on the board. He just went all in without a spade. Bobby can't call, right?
Absolutely not. I mean, yeah, it's all the bluffs got there, and you're losing to all the value hands, right? All the full houses, 3 queens. Not that 3 queens would be betting for value here. I mean, I think Johnny is turning his hand into a bluff in the spot.
So Johnny thinks he knows he has the best hand. You think he thinks he's bluffing? I think he's just banking on the only way he beats him if he has a spade. I think Johnny may think he has the best hand. Now he knows because he's not been called.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Johnny's smart enough to realize he's turning his hand into kind of a weird bluff in the spot.
Is Bobby thinking about calling here? He can't, right?
I don't think so. I mean, you lose all the random bluffs like Ace Jack with the Ace of Spades, Ace Jack with the Jack of Spades.
Johnny getting all the love here in the chat. Johnny he's got a fan club brewing here, like a gangster. He's got the young man talking to himself. Look at this.
You know, what's so crazy about the spot, right? If Bobby calls and he's right, he has an overwhelming chip lead. If he calls and he's wrong, he still wins $114,000. So that there is a silver lining in this.
Yes.
So it's obviously he's competitive, wants to win the tournament.
Yeah. I mean, when you 2,900 entries and you're down to 2, the money is cool and all, but you want to
finish. You want to finish.
You want to finish the job, especially when you think you're the better player.
Yeah.
And that's what's eating at him right now. Look at him. Whew.
It's actually really funny how this hand developed right after that whole conversation, right?
Yeah.
They're like, he's like, you want to chop even? He's like, no,
Yeah.
I think I'm better than you. He's like, all right, well then show me. And then a massive hand develops here.
Wow.
For Bobby's tournament life.
Wow.
This is actually a really big fold still. But I mean, like I said earlier, unfortunately, it's just all the bluffs got there. Ace Jack with the Jack of Spades, Ace Jack with the Ace of Spades, Ace 10 with the 10 of Spades, Ace 10 with the Ace. It's a full house.
He's showing him.
Yeah.
He's showing him. Bobby's showing him. So Johnny knows now. Johnny knows
that he has the best hand.
He has the best hand. And if I'm going to show anybody at the table, I don't blame Bobby for showing him. I'd do it too. I would have done it a lot sooner, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and I thought the same thing. All on Canadians.
And let the viewers know that now that because they are heads up,
he's allowed to do that.
He can show him his hand. Wow! And Johnny shows him the ace queen. Johnny is in this young man's head right now.
Wow, what a pot there for.
Wow, and there's the trophy.
There is the picture of our trophy.
There is the trophy on the table.
Yeah, what Canadians in the chat says, how in the hell does he go all in there? No spade, turning trips into a bluff. Yeah, no, that's what I thought was really weird, too. It's a weird...
That's Johnny. That's why Bobby didn't know. He's like, can he really do that without a spade? If anybody could, it's Johnny. That's why he didn't... There's the trophy. Look at that. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, so that top of the globe actually comes off, and underneath the top part of the globe has a screen.
Yeah.
And whoever wins the tournament will have a full history of their chip stack throughout the tournament.
It looks like a little cell phone type thing in there. It's really cool.
Johnny now with 68.4 million chips. I mean, close to a 6-to-1 chip advantage here.
Most of this final table, Johnny has been full steam ahead. Dude, it's been exciting.
It's been a great final table. Lots of action. You know, some final tables we've had, kind of slow sometimes, and wow, and Johnny just crushing right now. I mean, flops 2 pair. 4 million in the pot.
You know, when we do these final tables, you know, the guys who played well but didn't take down first place, I like to, give them a shout out. But I got to tell you,
I was very impressed by Billy, Mo Money, Brickman, Jacob.
Everybody, no lie. And, it's nice to say, but in all honesty, everybody played great.
Well.
Everybody played great. But the story of this final table, the first final table of this tournament event here has been Johnny. And started off with a bang. I hope all the final tables are like this, man.
Yeah, this is a good sign of our final tables if we started off like this.
Johnny sporting that PokerAtlas hat too. Look at that.
Johnny just running hot here, hitting the board again.
Look at this. Johnny's got to know he's got the better hand, right? Unless Bobby has an overpair. You can't put him on a 4.
Bobby may be getting a little frustrated with this.
Well, there's no doubt about that. Just past 3 o'clock in the morning here, hand number 87, guys. 336 of you watching this heads-up battle between Bobby
and Johnny.
And the steamroller that is Johnny.
Johnny with another pot there. Bobby down to the danger zone here. 16 big blinds. Johnny with 92 big blinds. Huge chip lead here.
I'm telling you, I just... It's like a snowball going downhill. I don't know if Bobby can stop this.
Yeah, you can't really beat Ron Good, and some people are just destined to steamroll the tournament.
And Bobby's such an excellent player. There's no doubt about it. Good enough
to come back for sure.
And good enough to make the statement that he made. You know, I don't think it's arrogance. I think the young man is that good, you know. But Johnny, he's just in the zone right now. I'm sure this flop is going to be, you know, 9-7-7. Wow.
Yeah, Bobby's got some work to do here. Johnny with the advantage right now. Can play a little more aggressive. Can just put pretty much Bobby all in almost every hand here. You know, he can double Bobby up and still have a 2-1 chip lead.
Yeah.
Big line.
See the similarities in style of play between Johnny and Qui Win. Bobby with the big hand here. King, Queen offsuit.
Johnny playing like Scotty.
Yeah.
Johnny with the flush draw here.
9 deuce of diamonds here. Double down.
An ace could slow things down here.
King high will be the best hand, and I think Bobby will just happily take this hand to showdown.
Yeah.
Ryan Crow in the chat, our CEO of Texas Card House, says, damn, going late tonight. What a turnout for the first tourney. Absolutely, Ryan, and thank you for tuning in at this late hour. Appreciate you for hopping in. Mike G in the chat, do you have to get a separate player card for the Las Colinas room or your TCH account linked to all locations? That's a great question, actually. So your membership and time across all TCH locations across the state of Texas do carry over. So if you buy time in Austin, Houston, Rio Grande Valley, Spring, Texas, you can use that time up here in Dallas at both of our locations, and vice versa.
How many rooms we have in Texas now? So 25, 30? Not Ryan?
Not yet. Not
Ryan,
yet.
you still there? It's getting close, right? Well, I'm sure Ryan will work on it. Yeah, that is the trophy. We were checking it out before the final table started. Derek and I were out there checking it out. I think you were the one who showed me that the top comes off with the little cell phone there. Yes, we have 6. But he's working on 30. I'm sure we'll get there.
You know, eventually we're just going to have to rebrand as just TCH so we can open across the country, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can have a Texas Card House in Alabama.
For sure.
You know,
have a Texas theme or whatever.
Yeah. Take it nationwide.
Is that new? Because I have 10 hours in Austin. They said it doesn't transfer. No, it definitely does. From my understanding, memberships and time do transfer across our locations. Seriously considering buying generators for oh boy. So, yeah, I guess you would have heard about that, huh?
Ryan, it hasn't been mentioned the whole stream, the whole final table.
Yeah, actually, this is the first time it's been mentioned.
It is. It's been. I'm stunned, but yeah, it's the first time.
Bobby here with pocket 8s.
Yeah, don't they have like McDonald's in China and Japan, right? So we could go worldwide. Bobby with the button and a pair of 8s.
Wow, flops a set, but really hoping that Johnny does connect with this board.
Oh,
I mean,
he would love to have Johnny have an ace in his hand right now.
Or even a jack. I mean, just anything at this point.
Jack, no.
Pretty safe run out for the pocket 8s.
Yeah, for Johnny. It goes the safe run out for Johnny. He didn't hit anything.
Wow, this is really a spot here for Bobby to find the double up, but Gonna go for a big bet here. Just praying that Johnny has an ace here. Wait,
Wow.
what?
Did he call? He called? Well, that was a much-needed win for Bobby there.
Calling with king high on that board. Not even the strongest king high. Wow.
Johnny get
Interesting.
a little carried away.
Yeah, maybe a little bit there. My goodness.
Yeah. He's in the zone. He you know. But yeah, he's got a huge chip lead. He's
Yeah, I mean, despite having the huge chip lead, though, that
yeah,
light call at the end there could have cost him the tournament. You know, I mean, now Bobby has about 23 big blinds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah. I mean, yes, you have a massive chip lead, but you don't. I don't think you need to be making king high calls like that.
Yeah. Well,
for 5 million chips, man.
Maybe he thought his king high was good.
Well, I mean, obviously, yeah. If he made the call, he thought the king high was good, I guess.
I'm just curious. I want to see. Here, I just want to see.
I guess that's the true power play, right? Like, he's like, here, I'll call you. I don't care. I just want to see what you have. And then, like, here, I still have the chip lead.
I still have the chip lead. Oh, there's another shot at the trophy there, looking pretty sharp there.
Swig and Smoke Barbecue says, still be cool to see a final table hit 200 hands. Don't think I've ever seen it. Now, our $1 million event almost 2 years ago now, actually, yeah, come September will be 2 years ago. I think that hit over 200 hands. That went from like 9 or 10 p.m. up until 5 or 6 a.m. So that was a very long final table.
Well, this one here may not even hit 100 hands.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we'll see.
But you know, I mean, I don't know.
Next Gen Poker in the chat. What's up? How's it going? Your boys Derek and Mitch in the chat, commentating.
Oh, they're pulling for Bobby. You know, the young guys sticking with the young guys. I understand. Is Bobby part of the Next Gen guys?
Yeah, he's not.
Okay. Yeah, he might be just a little too old for them guys. I don't know. Maybe not. Nice. He's a young guy. I don't know.
Yeah, but so I'm saying that he's about to make 6 figures. Yeah, it's like we went back to that previous hand with the King Jack. It's like if he calls and he's wrong, he still makes $100,000.
Yeah.
If he's calling and he's right, he could win even more. It's kind of the silver lining of that whole hand there. But
yeah, I mean, but they both know, you know, you want to punch it up again. They both know how much money that they're going to win, and
they're just playing for the win now.
Yeah, they want to win. Yeah. You've outlasted, you know, almost 3,000
entrants. Yeah,
yeah, and you.
Bobby in the chat asking, is this live? Absolutely. We are live from Dallas, Texas. 3:11 a.m. right now. Down to our final 2 players of our very first event of our PokerAtlas Tour. $500 buy-in. Over $1 million in the prize pool.
345 of them watching. You got to love it. They want to see if Johnny can finish it off here. He came into the table steamrolling.
And for some reason, we have any viewers here just now hopping in at this hour, this late hour. We are to the final table, final 2 players, in fact, of our $500, $1 million guaranteed event. We had starting flights starting on Tuesday of last week up until Saturday. And then day 2 started Sunday at 1 p.m. And we are now here at Monday morning at 3 a.m. So we're playing dual winner. You got to listen to the voices of Derek and Mitch.
Yeah. This is a PokerAtlas Tour. And it's going to go all the way through till September 5th, Derek.
Absolutely, yeah. And
September 5th.
Yeah, September 5th, the official final day of our guaranteed series. You know, the final event is a $1,000, $1.5 million guaranteed event. Starting flights all through that weekend up until Sunday. Day 2 on Monday, the final table on September 5th, Tuesday.
I can't wait. We have many different tournaments in between. Several final tables, but you can tune in then September 5th on Tuesday. You can see Derek and me. We're dressed up in tuxedos and champagne.
No tuxedos for me.
Okay, we'll be wearing ties.
No tie for me.
No tie?
I'll wear a suit.
Okay. I don't know if I'll wear a suit. I'll wear a tie, button-up shirt. We'll look nice. Comb your hair. Comb your hair.
Yeah.
We'll look
a step above business casual. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, I got my Rolling Stones T-shirt on tonight. I feel a little underdressed.
Well, we're close to 3 hours into this final table here. These players have been battling it out. Heads up for about, 15 minutes?
Maybe a little longer than that. Ugh, pardon me.
And there's the first yawn there from
There
Mitch.
it is. There it is. It's getting there.
Wow, kings for Johnny here.
Johnny with the kings.
Selling the trap. And that's going to be a snap call from Johnny. And this is probably going to be the tournament here unless Bobby can get lucky. Setting the trap there with the kings.
Bobby's going to need clubs or a lot of threes. Look at this.
Let's see
Johnny
if
on
Johnny
the
can hold
verge.
here. There is a 3 on the flop here, so some hope for Bobby.
Before Johnny on the verge.
And that's the tournament. That is the tournament. Wow, what a great final table here. Johnny,
the
story of the final table here, taking home a nice prize of $164,000.
Unreal. 3 o'clock, almost coming up on 3:30 in the morning here. Wow, Monday morning. Incredible. Congratulations
to all the players that made this final table. Congratulations to Bobby, of course, taking home a nice payday of about $107,000. But the story of the final table here, let's get back to the screen.
Yeah, look at this.
Johnny taking home the trophy and $164,000 for a $500 buy-in. Congratulations to him. Thank you to everyone that's been tuning in with us, all morning and all evening.
Yeah.
And it's been a fun, really fun final table. We'll be back on Tuesday for some cash game action. And then on Thursday, we'll be streaming the final table of our PLO 100K guaranteed tournament. And then on Sunday, the final table of our 500K guaranteed mystery payday or mystery bounty tournament. So we hope to see you all there in the final table streams and cash game streams, of course. From TSH Live, thank you all so much. My name is Derek. This is Mitch. Thank you to Cooper and Tyler for, of course, doing all the action tracking, producing back there. And, of course, thank you to Brittany. And, of course,
she did an excellent job,
yeah, shout out to Ian, Donovan, and all the other tournament directors that have been working so hard this past week to make for this very first event.
PokerAtlas staff people who are doing an excellent job, too. Don't forget them.
Absolutely. Justin Hammer and Ian. And all the dealers, of course, to make this first event such a great turnout. And we got a lot more events for the rest of our city. So I hope to see you all there. You have a great morning, and